Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Upper Sandusky, Ohio, the site of tonight's matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Upper Sandusky Rams. I'm Nate Mullins, joined on the call with Tommy Hall. We've got the Wizard Greg Kinn on the ones and twos. We've got Austin Rodriguez on the sideline with Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, and Zach Blythe on the overhead cam today. Thanks for tuning in. Today's pregame show is brought to you by XCARET Mexican Restaurant. And we want to thank you for tuning into the broadcast, and welcome to what should be a fun and exciting matchup between these two teams. Tommy, I was looking forward to this one when the schedule was released. You could just kind of circle this one and say, yeah, that's one you want to be at, and that's why we're here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, as you couldn't have asked for a better venue, a better place than right here at the home of the Upper Sandusky Rams, where, again, football can be checked off as a religious affiliation in this town, here in the Commonwealth of Upper Sandusky, as this N10 matchup is going to have all the fixings, as Mohawk Warriors and the Upper Sandusky Rams have been a budding rivalry over the last couple of years since Upper Sandusky joined the N10. Do or die for the Mohawk Warriors as they come here looking to play spoiler on the road, as taking another lump on the season in a 41-21 loss against Winford. Mohawk season really does hang on a thread, Nate. And tonight, they're going to have to get a big win over Upper Sandusky. And if history is any tell, these Upper Sandusky Rams looking for their first win over the Mohawk Warriors since joining the N10 back in 2015.
And this is going to be a tall task for these Upper Sandusky Rams, but they come into tonight with a 2-3 record. Mohawk sits at 1-4 on the season. So the Warriors, if you look at their schedule, Tommy, they went through a gauntlet already. I mean, you talk about the 5-0 teams that they started out with, Calvert and Hopewell Loudon, and then they faced Margaretta, who's a tough team this year as well. They lost to them, so 3 straight losses to start the season, but they picked up a win against Buckeye Central, and they put up a bunch of points, 56 points in that win. And then last week they played a game Winford team, as Winford took out a little bit of frustration on them as well, as they put up 41 last week. And the Warriors, you know, defensively this year has been a little bit of a struggles at times, but there has been games where they've really showed up, and they're going to need it here tonight.
Oh, absolutely, as again, we're about ready for kickoff here from Upper Sandusky, but Mohawk season kind of got through the meat of it thus far.
We'll take a moment and thank our sponsors here before we get to kickoff. Of course, opening kickoff brought to you by BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery. We want to thank all of our sponsors, including Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, Webster Industries, BENCHWARMERS Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health TIFFIN Hospital. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as Braden Chester takes the return from the 15. He's up to the 30-yard line for the Warriors, and he drags a pile of Rams to the 35-yard line, and that's where they will start with their first offensive possession of the game. And Tommy, those beautiful military jerseys. Those beautiful military jerseys for Upper Sandusky are really on display here tonight. And every time they come around, those National Guard jerseys, it's just, it's such a treat to be able to be here for these games.
Yeah, absolutely. You love the guard coming out to the 50 earlier. But these Mohawk Warriors going to start off on offense, and led at the helm by quarterback Ben Bogner, as the Warriors coming out to play in 2023. As you see right there, completion, pass, and touchdown. Even has some wheels behind this quarterback, as he has counted for 5 tutties on the ground, Nate.
Bogner out of the shotgun, empty backfield. He's going to take off and run with it. He's off the right side, and he's going to be cut down near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 38.
And there you see those wheels in motion right off the get, Greggy, as Ben Bogner, I mean, again, a dual threat back there under center, just trying to put it all together.
He is their leading rusher on the season, Tommy. Closing in on 300 total yards on the ground is the young Bogner. Junior quarterback.
406 yards, added a few there. 5 touchdowns on the season. Bogner in the gun.
Slings it out left side. That's complete, as he's got it to his man. That's 28 on the reception. And that is John Stansberry.
But the stud of this Upper Sandusky Rams defense, Caden Holman in his senior campaign, 6'3", 195.
Tall drink of water right there.
Oh, yeah.
Even more impressive on the diamond, as he is a all-state hurler on the mound. Bogner looking to pass. Steps up, delivers it over the middle, and he's got Chester at the 50, and he's wide open. Nobody there to catch him to the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Mohawk.
And just like that, instant offense by the Warriors got him on the board early. And we were going to talk about those lead floor coverings, keys to the game. That was going to be one of them, is the Warriors are going to have to get on the scoreboard quite often when going against this Upper Sandusky team who's known to light up a scoreboard after they're coming off a 68-42 win over Bucyrus.
And that's a big, I mean, you know, Bucyrus has had some down years recently, but that's a lot of points to be putting up.
Yeah.
And so the extra point attempt is up. It's tipped at the line, but they still able to squeak it through there as somebody got their paw on it there on the right side of that line. Altered the trajectory of that kick, but it still went through the uprights. And it is 7-0 Mohawk with 10:20 left here in the first quarter. Tommy, it is Hall of Fame appreciation night as the Hall of Fame inductees here at Upper Sandusky were announced before the game. And you got these military jerseys, so we're figuring to see some fireworks here as they're already lighting up the scoreboard. 7-0, less than 2 minutes into the game.
Yeah, I don't think Upper Sandusky needs any added motivation as they get ready to come out with the ball here after allowing the Mohawk Warriors to catch them sleeping, as Warriors, or the Rams, they brought 6 down linemen there, kind of brought the house on that down to where you kind of left that man coverage to where, hey, mano, Braden Chester, you'll take that almost 9 times out of 10.
Absolutely. He's going to go up and high point that one, as he did there for the touchdown. On 3rd and 9, they connect. And that one's good for 61 yards for a touchdown. And the Warriors on the board first. Tommy, we talked about those keys to the game brought to you by Lee's Floor Covering. And, you know, for Mohawk, obviously, they want to try to find a way to stretch this field. But when you're talking about this Upper Sandusky team, I think defensively is going to be key for them here today. They have got to come up with some key stops because their offense is going to be able to match. I think they should be able to match every touchdown that Mohawk puts up. But they still have got to find a way to come up with some key stops here tonight if they're going to be successful against this Warriors team.
So quality coverage, just like our friends over at Lee's Floor Covering,
that's right,
going to be the key for the Upper Sandusky Rams as they want to put up a huge win at home, as this one's going to be returned right around the 25-yard line.
Caden Vogel on the return for the Rams, and they get it up to the 25, and that's where Upper Sandusky will take over.
Again, you talk about not questioning this offense. It starts under a high-caliber quarterback, the king, Caden Holman, the 2022 reigning Offensive Player of the Year, trying to get out to a hot start in this 2023 campaign as we're in week 5. So both teams, their season, again, in the back 9 of this 2023 campaign, it's going to be hinging upon who's going to come out the winner in this one.
That's absolutely right. Holman in the shotgun, all by himself. He's going to take the snap. He keeps it. And he's off the right side behind his guard, and he's got about 3, maybe 4 yards up to the 28. That's where they'll mark him down. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's going to have our sideline weather report. I'm not sure if he has a earbud in right now because I don't think he can hear me. Nope, he's like perplexed.
So he doesn't look like he's reacting to anything.
Hopefully he didn't give Austin an earbud because she doesn't really need one tonight. Holman in the shotgun.
Warriors kind of showed that 3-man front at first, but then ended up putting 8 in the box. Backs them off after the offense shows its hand.
Holman, pump fake, now throws it out to the right, and it's incomplete as he was looking for his intended receiver. Gavin Fry was over there in the area, as was Max Martinez. It'll be 3rd down and 7 coming up here for the Rams. And we mentioned this Mohawk defense, Tommy. You know, they've had some tough games, but they've also put together some really solid performances in a couple of games against some tough opponents. I mean, that 5-0 Calvert team, that week 1 12-14 loss doesn't look so bad now, you know.
Again, Mohawk has just come out on the other end of some quality wins for
Holman,
great teams.
steps up, stiff arm, takes off, and he looks like he's got the first down to see where they mark him out. Actually, he's going to be just short, so they mark him out about 2 yards short at the 34-yard line. He needed to get it to the 36 to convert.
Greg, you got a replay of that one? Let's go ahead and show our viewers at home whether or not Holman able to convert here, or if we just had a bad look at it. Because I could have swore he got it, Greg.
It looked good, but
Plus, he extended the ball out. As you see there in picture, live time up in your left-hand corner. But there, Caden Holman stretches it out.
oh, so close, so close. 4th down, they keep the offense on the field.
Oh,
Pistol formation here.
They were not generous with the spot either. On 4th and 2, the Rams ram it up for a first down.
And that's a big-time 4th down conversion by this Rams offense. Let's see who the ball carrier was. I think it was. Should have brought my binoculars with me.
Well, those jerseys are just so easy to see from up
They really are.
Well, they are camouflage. I mean, they're doing their job.
They are,
There's
absolutely.
There's a team on the field?
Might have been.
They sling it out on the right side, completes it to his receiver to the 45, spin move to the 50, and they got another first down. That'll be a first down presented by UIS Insurance and Investments as Ethan Hill picks up 12.
I was going to say, no mistaking who that was. Ethan Hill, a favorite target here of Holmes. And it's good enough to convert the chains. Now move the Rams at midfield as they're looking to answer back after an opening drive score by the Mohawk Warriors after a huge touchdown reception by Braden Chester.
Handoff off the left side and into a shoestring tackle. A touchdown saving tackle by Gavin Barth.
Noah Hale says, what the hell, as Barth comes up with a huge shoestring tackle. You see on the replay there, could have got,
You almost
a
got it.
shoestring
So
away. As
close.
you see him pounding the dirt. Caden Holmes in the gun. Look to swing that out. Now he's going to think better of it. He's going to run upfield. Stiff arm. Gets pushed out of bounds on his way for a huge game as he makes chicken salad out of chicken you-know-what, Nate.
A nice run there by Holman as he picks up the first down up to the 37-yard line. And this young man, I wanted a chance to get it. I wanted to be able to get a chance to get over here and see what all the hype was about. There's a lot of buzz around this young man, and boy, he's living up to it so far here.
Really delivers, yep.
Back in the pocket, Holman slings it out on the left sideline. What a pass, but incomplete.
But
a flag comes in as some laundry flies in here.
A little tug of the jersey, maybe?
And maybe a hold before the ball got to the receiver there, because it was very close to being caught, even with the hold. Let's take a look at the replay here.
Now, this is the type of coverage I have to go into, Greg, when you go in this man coverage here.
Ethan Hill, the intended target, and the pass interference penalty will give him 15 extra yards here. Thank you so much for that.
Is that a roster change for Mohawk?
That is a roster change for Mohawk, yes. Holman in the shotgun, empty backfield. Takes off and runs with it. And he's got it up to about the 15-yard line. He'll mark him at the 16.
How many Warriors does it take to bring Holmes down, Greg?
Just carrying the pile there.
On 2nd and 4, Holmes in the gun. They got the ball on the 16, looking to drive from the red zone. Handoff up the middle, and it's going to be good for a touchdown.
What a bruising
Rams
run there.
on the board.
Noah Hale.
Hale's bruising run up the middle. Finds pay dirt and puts the Rams on the board. Now a chance to knock this one up with the PAT.
That's exactly what you wanted there. If you're the Rams, you got to be able to answer.
Check this out. Holmes spreading the love here. Driving from the red zone. Handoff to Hill. Just good old-fashioned smash mouth football, Greg.
Call that part in the Red Sea there?
That's absolutely right. And the do-it-all Holman gets the kick up, and it is no good.
How about these short field goal posts they got here?
Yeah.
It's not something you see every day.
Well, you know, if they had these field goal posts when the Browns got beat by the Broncos, that one might have kept going.
You want to do a step away real quick?
Yeah, let's do a step away timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
All right, welcome back. Thank you for joining us on Heart of Ohio Sports for this N10 matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and the Upper Sandusky Rams. Live from Ram Field here in Upper Sandusky. The Rams find themselves trailing 7-6 to the Mohawk Warriors after the Mohawk Warriors able to get on the board first in this one. The Rams answered back after a huge run by Noah Hill, able to put the Rams on the board, but the missed PAT finds them trailing now as Chester on the return here for the Warriors. And you see it there, Chester is going to take this one right around the 35. And there's some laundry on the field, Nate.
There's a flag on the play. Love that tasty graphic. You know, I've had multiple people say, how do you get a camera down on the field? How did you get that camera shot of that ref throwing the flag?
Secret.
Yeah, we got ways.
Were we able to get Eric on the weather report yet?
Yeah, let's check in with Eric Hall, our sideline reporter, as I think he is back.
He turned around that time.
He is a bad, bad man.
There he is.
Right. How's it going, Eric?
It's going, man. It's a beautiful day out here. We got 70 degrees. It's got a little bit of a wind coming in, but it was a beautiful ride in for me and Greggy on the bikes, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, rub it in. Why don't you?
Well, Nate, I know. Right
I had
here
a
in Upper
nice
Sandusky,
ride.
We might be able to pick one of those up at.
Yeah. I love giving away free advertising. But absolutely what Tommy's talking about, though, if you're looking for one of those motorcycles, you got to hit up the Motorcycle Maven, as he is in this neck of the woods. It was a little easier for you to get over here than it was for me, Tommy.
Yeah, for once, it was a nice little hop, skip, and a jump. 10 years in the business here in the Upper Sandusky area, and couldn't be happier to be part of it.
I had a nice ride over here in the Hoosmobile as Connor Roush with Roush Detailing did a good job cleaning up the interior.
I see a lot of heads turning on that DAH wrap, too.
Mm-hmm. Bogner steps up into the pocket, slings it out on the right sideline, and that one's incomplete, intended for Braden Chester, right around the 50-yard line. So a third down coming up here, 3rd and 10.
Ugly as a mud fence on that one. Sometimes when you, step into that throw, it's almost as bad as throwing off your back foot in a way, because, again, you just kind of almost are just forcing it there.
Nate, you see they got your favorite, the digital down marker over there?
I do. I noticed that just now, actually, and those are crispy. I like that.
That's nice.
Diggity.
You know, guys, isn't this the 3rd game that we've done this season with the military uniform?
It is, yes. Bogner rolling out to his right, steps up, and he goes over the middle to Chester at the 45, to the 40, and he's into the open field to the 35, to the 30, stiff arm and out of bounds near the 25. They'll mark him at the 22 That is a big-time third down conversion, and the second time Bogner's looked his way on third down, Tommy.
We do a lot of games in the sticks and in the middle of corn and bean fields, Nate. So, again, no surprise to me that out here they love God, country, and football.
That's right. Let's take a look at this replay here. Tasty replay.
Just an incredible throw, way to thread the needle between.
And you look, he really wanted to load that one up and go deep, but he just settled and said, nope, let's go with the safe play here.
Notice that was the same play, just to the second read in the middle.
Yeah. Evan England, the ball carrier for the Warriors.
That was the roster change that our kind folks up here in the press box were able to make a change for it. So, But Nate, you've been on the call long enough that you know a lot of these kids just by looking at them.
Yeah, quite a bit. There's a few kids that are automatically recognizable for me.
And some coaching lineage there for you. And look at that counter trap right up the middle.
Bogner on the carry. He's going to get it close to a first down. I think they'll mark him just shy by about a half a yard. A third down coming up here.
Third down and 1.
A lot of familiar names on that roster for sure. Warriors out of the shotgun, 3rd and 1. Bogner, handoff, up the middle, and I think he's got the first down. As England on the carry once again, buries his head forward and picks up enough to move the sticks. That's another UIS Insurance and Investments first down. Of course, first down's brought to you by UIS Insurance. Our timeouts tonight brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. When we look around the area at the scoreboard, that'll be brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. Our weather report, Eric just brought to you, was brought to you by STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc. As Bogner stands in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, now he's going to keep it. And he's got it up to about the 10, maybe the 9-yard line. Good for about 4. Noah Hale on the stop. Second down and 7 coming up. It's 7-6 Mohawk with 4:15 left here in the first quarter. Warriors on top by 1 after the missed point after attempt by Caden Holman. But a shotgun set here for the Warriors. 4 receivers. They're both stacked on each side. Bogner looking. Now steps up. Now he's going to take off, and he's going to be down right around the 5-yard line. A couple yards short of the first down.
A tremendous pickup on the blitzing backer by England. Allowed Bogner to try to make something happen there, but it's going to bring a 3rd and 3 up for the Warriors.
3rd down and 3 coming up. Ball at the 5. They can still get a first down without scoring a touchdown here. Yeah, and I think we got an encroachment. That is indeed the call. That's going to be half the distance. Is it going to be enough to convert the first, though? That's the question.
So they were. It's going to be real close. It's gonna be like
That's going to be very close, just inches away from the first down. But it will be 3rd down. Shotgun formation, 3 receivers off to the right. Bogner in the backfield, takes the snap. Steps up, bounces off a tackle, buries his head forward, keeps his legs driving, and picks up the first down to the 2.
What a second effort there.
Oh, yeah.
And that'll be good enough to move the chains for the Warriors. And they will have 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now the Warriors just knocking here. As, again, that second effort by Bogner able to convert. And right up the middle.
And it looks like he should be in. He is into the end zone. Evan England into the end zone for the touchdown for the Warriors. And Mohawk now leads 13-6 with 2:42 left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, no funny business in this one, Greg. You know, no hocus pocus, just all focus as these two teams going back and forth in a true slugfest, true slobber knocker here on Heart of Ohio Sports. You see Bogner, just simple handoff to England up the middle, able to put another huge score on the board.
And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. Tommy, let's take a step aside real quick, and we'll come back and look at the scoreboard brought to you by First National Bank of Sycamore. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
All right, and we're back here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. It is 14-6 Mohawk as they're getting ready to set to kick off here. 2:42 left to play here in the first quarter. Upper Sandusky set to receive. We'll take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard right after this kick. Braden Chester toes it up, and it is away. And return man fields it at the 16. And that's going to be a penalty as the flag flies in. Ethan Hill, the return man, brings it back to about the 40, but the penalty flies in somewhere near the 27-yard line. So we'll sort this one out, and then we'll get you some score updates here.
Another special, another kickoff return, another penalty.
Well, Tommy, they don't practice it at any level except for high school. They don't run. There's no kickoffs in JV, freshman, junior high, youth football. They don't kick off at all until they get to high school. So there's really no way for them to learn this stuff until they get to the higher level, which is frustrating for a coach because how are you supposed to teach some of these younger kids how to block right when they're running at full speed? You know what I mean? 1st and 10, Upper Sandusky takes over at the 18-yard line. Caden Holman in the shotgun formation, all by himself back there. They got a wing back on the right side of the formation.
Play clock still winding down, under 5 here.
Down to 3 seconds on the play clock. Holman takes the snap, rolls to his right, and gets it away, and oh, what a play! What a catch! Gavin Fry on the reception.
That one falls into the dirt, though.
And they're going to say it was incomplete.
It's Gavin Fry.
Oh, I thought he came up with that, Tommy. I thought he got his hands under it. Let's take a look.
Look at Holman. Calm, cool, collective, knowing that the play clock's running down. Mohawk knows that as well, so they send the house, knowing that Holman's going to have to run for his life as he rolls out of the pocket, finds Fry right there on the flat, but it falls into the dirt and goes incomplete.
Holman in the shotgun all by himself. Takes the snap, looks to his right, has pressure, now gets rid of it. He's got a man, and he's got the reception at the 45-yard line. What a catch by Caleb Francis. But, Tommy, the composure of Caden Holman as he rolls out of the pocket, squares his body, sets his feet, delivers that one on a rope.
Yeah, Holman's getting a lot of pressure from that from his backside off that left tackle, to where, again, he's being forced to roll out of the pocket. Man, this kid, even under pressure, is able to find the open read. As now Holman in the gun here.
Oh, he's going to keep it.
Oh, and he's
looked like an option play, but a nice job by that defensive front there for Mohawk. As big number 31 coming in to make the stop there. Braylon Mulholland.
And Mulholland, he gave him an option there. Sit down and get up.
As we take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, right now, Edison leading Bellevue 14-0. Those Chargers having a heck of a start to this season. As Perkins leading Clyde 14-0 in the second quarter. Lakota on top of Willard 7-0. Holman pump fakes to the left. Now he's going to take off and run with it, and he's got it near midfield. They'll mark him down at the 48. So he picks up 5 on the run, but it'll be 3rd and long, 3rd and about 7 coming up. As we continue around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, Norwalk leading Vermilion 6-0 in the first quarter. Napoleon leading Fremont Ross 7-0. And for those of you looking for the Columbian game right now, they are trailing Sandusky 14-0. That game over on the X Stream. You can find that on YouTube by searching Heart of Ohio Sports X Stream.
Blitz.
Holman back to pass. He's going to take off. No, he's going to keep.
Bat it right back into the quarterback's face as Chester comes up from the backfield, from the secondary, and you see here, blitz by Elias Magallanes falls short as he gets bit by the turf monster. There you see Holman rolling out of the pocket once again, tries to find a man there before he gets past the line of scrimmage. And you see Chester bats that one right back at him.
4th down and 7, they're going to punt. Caden Holman onto the field now. And he gets this one away, a booming punt. This one sends the returner back to the 10-yard line. To the 20, to the 22, and that's about it for Caleb Bish on the return. Well, the Warriors will take over at their own 22-yard line and leading 14-6 with 47 seconds left here in the first quarter. Stick around for the post-game show brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game presented by Little HUGO'S. Tonight's announcer cam brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon. And our opening kickoff was brought to you by Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. Ben Bogner in the shotgun all by himself. Actually, there is one back in the backfield. Little quick pitch here as they get it to the running back out of the backfield. As that one was Andrew Woodland on the carry, but a flag flies in at the end of the play.
Now, you got Eric Hall on the line there, Nate?
I think I do. I'm not sure if he can still hear me, but I think I have him down there on the sideline.
I noticed a lot of slipping and sliding down there, and it just seems like none of these guys are really able to get their footing, so I wondered what those field conditions were like.
Yeah, let's check in with Eric Hall, our sideline reporter. Eric, what's the field conditions like today down there?
Yeah, they don't seem too bad, Nate, so I'm not sure really what the slipping's all about.
Yeah, because if you've been noticing as much as we have, maybe it's just, is it longer grass maybe that's causing some of this, or?
No, it doesn't seem to be.
No Gibsonburg grass over here?
No, we got no hills or anything.
Huh. All right, no mole hills or anything? All right,
sure, man.
All right. Must be turf monsters everywhere. Bogner slings it out right for Chester, and Braden Chester comes up the reception at the 20-yard line. There was a penalty on the kickoff return, so that backed him up.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Or on the last play. And that's the end of the first quarter as Mohawk leading 14-6 over Upper Sandusky. We're going to step aside. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lease Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lease Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lease Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. And we're back here in Upper Sandusky. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. We've got the Wizard Greg Kinn on the ones and twos keeping us live. Zach Blythe, our camera operator today, and on the overhead cam. We have Austin Rodriguez down on the sidelines with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as she is getting some good video for us to be able to use in our Saturday scoreboard show, which is debuting tomorrow right here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Tune in right around 10 a.m. for the Saturday scoreboard as we'll recap Week 5 as the flea flicker out for Ben Bogner at the 35 to the 40. And Bogner with the reception Gets it inside Rams territory down to the 47-yard line. What a little trickery there. Double little reverse look and then a reverse pass.
Hello, 2nd and 11.
Hit as he threw. Chester took a shot right in the Chester.
Oh, yeah. Because now Bogner has the Warriors right around the 50. Hand off to England.
And England maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Folks, when's the last time you went out to XCARET Mexican restaurant? They're a staple in this community, so that's a once-a-week thing for me. But you should stop in and check out their new look menu for yourself. They got some delicious new items. You just got to try it out. I'm telling you, go try it for yourself, but gather your friends. Go get some queso. You deserve it. Treat yourself to the best at XCARET Mexican Restaurant, located in the TIFFIN Mall. Ben Bogner in the shotgun. 4 receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. That's Evan England. Bogner takes the snap, has pressure. Just going to have to dump this one off to the right side as it is incomplete. He did have a receiver in the area. That was Braden Chester over there. But it'll bring up a 3rd and long.
Sometimes I feel like you're talking to me just for those moments. Like, all right, who is he throwing to there?
Third and 10 for the Warriors here at the 47-yard line. And this is what I talk about with this Upper Sandusky defense. They've got to come up with a few of these stops because the offense kind of sputtered out on that last drive. This is where the defense has got to come up with a big stop. 3rd and 10. Warriors have already converted through 2 3rd and long situations here today. One went for a touchdown. Bogner slings it out left side. That's complete. He's got it to his man. And that is
they do convert, yep.
Number 24, Andrew Woodland on the reception. Good for a 1st down on 3rd and 10. This is the 3rd time here in just the first half these Warriors have converted a 3rd and long situation. And those are just backbreakers for the defense.
I don't believe these Warriors have had an offensive drive where they didn't score, have they?
Not yet. No, we have not seen the punt unit for this Warrior squad yet, so. 1st and 10. Bogner in the shotgun takes the snap, rolls to his right. He's going to keep it on the quarterback keeper.
And I was going to say that was a flag.
I think it got him on the blind side, possibly. A little crackback.
I think England had a hold there.
Yep, you got it, Tommy. You had it right. A hold call there. That'll back up the Warriors to the 45-yard line. You called that one right on.
It's almost like he knows the game.
Tommy Romo.
Well, I hate to ruin it for those at home, especially with their commending professional broadcasters, but you can see the entire play from up here and know what's going to happen. But the one thing you can't account for what happens in the trenches is right there.
Oh, nice.
England sets a block again, but it looks like
flag flies
this one might be coming back as well.
We'll see what the call is here.
Greggy's fingers getting that exercise in.
Still looking for title sponsors. We could use a title sponsor for that flag segment right there, you know. Throw your logo up there if you're interested. Hit us up, HOOS Broadcasting at gmail.com.
That was on the defense there.
What was that, a face mask?
Yeah, I believe so. At the end of the – that's why when the flag came in at the end, I was like, I think that might be a face mask. So that was 3rd and 19 – or 3rd and 14 coming up. And thanks to that penalty, they now convert and have a fresh set of downs. That's a UIS Insurance and Investments 1st down. Ball marked at the 24-yard line. 3 receivers set. Tight end on the left side of the formation. Bogner follows the block of the tight end and buries his head forward, picks up about 4, maybe 5, up to the 19.
I was going to say, Ethan Lewis on the tackle there. I don't know why I'm acknowledging the press box announcer.
Maybe here in a minute we'll check in with
Eric. Just having a ball. As England gets stopped right there.
We hear Bogner trying to push the pile at the end.
And that's what you need more of. I mean,
yeah.
Here on military night, historically, you should be able to stop England.
No. Stop. That took you a minute, but you popped.
What?
Stop.
Oh my God. I was yawning when you said that, so I barely heard it, and then I realized what you said.
That yawn turned into a groan. As a 3rd and 5 may have the Warriors groaning as they look to convert.
Shotgun formation, 4 receivers. Bogner looking to pass, slings it over the middle. Is it picked? It is. It's picked off. Yeah. Interception by the Rams defense as Gavin Fry steps up in front of the receiver and comes up with the pick.
We'll see here if Fry, the glove, the ball, and the dirt had anything to do with this interception. As Bogner in the gun, looking for the receiver, comes right off. Yeah, that's snag. That's snag.
Got it right up under the. Got his hands up under the ball.
Yeah, him and the receiver were down there, and he kind of just came off the receiver and seen where the ball was going. Got underneath of it.
So push off.
No, he didn't push off him. Listen, you can move your body without pushing off somebody.
Listen.
That was a football move. You're right. And now the handoff right out with your back in the shadow of your own goalpost to start this one. After a huge interception.
Noah Hale on the carry.
First turnover by the Warriors here, as each trip on offense has resulted in points thus far tonight. Rams doing a good job on defense there, remaining tough as the Warriors seemingly was putting together a nice little drive there. Now the Rams have to answer again after being able to, after being unsuccessful on their last drive. Oh, look at that. Just bulldozing ahead for more yards. Noah Hale once again, as Nate likes to say, the bell cow running back for this Ram squad. I guess he'd be the bell Ram.
I think that makes sense, yeah. Holman fakes it. Rolls to his right, slings it out. He's got his man, and he's got the first down as Ethan Hill comes up with a reception. But a flag on the play. We'll see. There's a few flags that fly in here. We got 3 yellow hankies on the field. Let's see what they all are.
At this time, we'd like to acknowledge tonight as Military Appreciation Night. And we'd like to thank veterans for all of their work throughout all the years for the United States of America.
And a face mask on the defense will add 15 yards to the end of the run. So the Rams move it up to the 25-yard line. Now they got that breathing room. Now you can open up your offensive playbook a little bit here.
Stand up so we can give you a round of applause for your service to our country.
They're on offense.
Rams. Holman pump fakes, now throws it out on the left sideline. He's got a man. He's got it to the 45, and he's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Ethan Hill once again. But that pump fake, Tommy, is getting that defense to bite, and Hill just kind of runs that wheel route around the back of the defender, and that's been there a couple times for him here today.
Again, we can't say enough. Rams on their last drive, forced to punt. Then we're able to get it back off a huge interception. Now you got to make points off turnovers, and Noah Hill, or Ethan Hill, on a huge reception now got the Rams on the other side of the 50 as a hand up, right up the middle.
And once again, Noah Hale on the carry, gets it up to the 35.
Bounces it off that B gap.
6:52 left here in the first half. 14-6 Mohawk on top of Upper Sandusky, but the Rams are driving now inside Mohawk territory.
You see a little bit of counter here, but it's not too fancy. I mean, it's more outside zone, inside zone, outside zone, inside zone.
A little confusion here as they're trying to get the play call in from the sideline, and I think we're going to get a timeout. Yep. Timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout now. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
And we're back here at Upper Sandusky Stadium. 2nd and 4 coming up after the timeout. Of course, timeout's brought to you by Hope in Fostoria, one of our proud title sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. If you've got an ad or a commercial and you don't know what to do with it, hit us up, folks. I'm telling you. We'll do you right.
Or if you need one.
Yeah.
We have reached over 400,000 people in the last 28 days with our Facebook page as flag flies in. And I think this might be maybe a clip or a hold. I'm not sure what the call is here. Holding. Yeah, 3 Rams laying on top of a Warrior there about the 20 or about the 33-yard line. Yeah, it is 7-6. So a score correction from earlier. ScoreStream had the Sandusky Columbian game as the Blue Streaks leading 14-0. It is actually 7-6 Sandusky on top of Columbian. But hey, if you want to watch it, just keep up with the action. It's over there on the X stream. Search Heart of Ohio Sports X stream on YouTube for the Columbian at Sandusky game. Here in Upper Sandusky, Holman slings it out on the right side. A nice move by the receiver as he is out of bounds, and a late hit is going to take him. And I think that's just a case of the receiver just kind of tripped over the downsticks over there. I'm not sure if maybe there was an extracurricular or not.
Yeah, in real time.
Caleb Francis, huge reception again, but these penalty yards.
Did we get the replay on that at all, Greg? No? That's all right.
Yeah, in real time, it didn't seem like there was anything really extra about that.
There's really...
Ben Bogner ain't going to be a guy that...
No. There's a zero tolerance policy for that kind of stuff, but I don't think that was a case where the kid was intentionally trying to hit him after he went out. I think what happened there was the receiver tripped over the yardstick, but nevertheless, we're about 6 minutes away from halftime. Mohawk leading 14-6, but the Rams have it. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. Upper Sandusky coming out of this huddle with 3 receivers on the near side of the formation, 1 back in the backfield with Caden Holman. Wing back on the right side of the formation. Holman takes the snap, follows his wing back blocker off the right side. He's got some running room, and he's got about 7 yards up to the 14-yard line, and that's just powerful bruising running right there.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric, as he is down there along the sidelines now. Eric Hall. How's it going, Eric?
Hey, what's up, guys? Did you see that hit he laid on him? That was,
yeah.
That was pretty intense.
That was definitely a nasty hit. How's the sidelines down there? You are kind of in the war zone down there with those camouflage jerseys. What's going on down there? Holman slings
I was ready to point them out that how awesome they look, but it's honestly, it really is kind of hard to see from my angle down here. They all blend in together. Not joking.
That's supposed to be the case, so.
Yeah, it's working.
I know you're not Joe Ken. Joe Ken's my uncle. As a missed
Thanks a lot, Eric.
In the back end zone. Brings up a huge 3rd and 4.
That was a close one there in the back corner of the end zone.
Yeah.
Look at this. Holman.
Trying to find Gavin Fry in the left corner of the end zone.
Just out of reach.
Well, now here will be the Upper Sandusky scoring play after we threw it down to Eric.
Hand off to the running back off the left side. He's got about 2.
And the streak's been broken.
It has. Now, we had a good thing going there for a while. I don't know what's going on. Eric didn't bring his lucky shoes today. I don't know. What's happening? What's going on?
Maybe it only works.
Hey, that only works for Calvert, man.
All right, fair enough, fair enough.
Calvert, who's 5-0.
Timeout called on this 4th and 2. Mohawk wants to take a timeout. This is brought to you by Hope and Fostoria.
Got a bye tonight after St. Joe Central Catholic had some illness throughout the roster, and we're able to field a team tonight.
Let's use this time and thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here, because, folks, without them, we wouldn't be here. Trust me. Thank you to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, WEBSTER Industries, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health TIFFIN Hospital. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, WEBSTER Industries, a proud sponsor with us here. Proud to do business with them, as Dean Bogner is actually former assistant coach with us, Greg. Remember, he spent some time with the Eagles.
Oh, absolutely.
My first year with the Eagles.
I wonder if he's got a kid that plays on one of these.
Bogner, that sounds familiar, doesn't it? Kind of, a little bit? I don't know.
See, we had a comment here from Richard Taylor. Said, any news on the Columbian game? He must have just missed your update that it was 7-6 right now. Sandusky ahead of Columbian.
Of course, if you want to watch that one, you can tune in on the X stream. Find it on YouTube. Search Heart of Ohio Sports
And
X stream.
4th and 2.
Caden Holman.
The Warriors. England meets Holman, and we're going to see how they...
And that'll move the chains.
Oh, my goodness.
Another first down presented by UIS Insurance and Investments, as it'll be 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
I mean, you put the ball in the hands of your playmakers here on a huge 4th and 2. Holman just takes it.
3 receivers set here.
England tried to make the stop.
Holman looks into the end zone, slings it into the right corner. He's got a man, and he's got the touchdown. What a beautiful throw by Caden Holman.
To Gavin Fry. And touchdown Rams. As now the Rams starting to inch closer. Now again, here at this level, we always say if you ain't got a kicking game, just go ahead and bring out that 2-point unit. Look at that, just a flick of the wrist into the end zone for Fry.
Just outside the extended reach of Gavin Barth.
Led the receiver there.
Yeah.
Just, hey, this is where you're going to go. You're going to be able to cut your man off and then zag out.
And he led his receiver. He was throwing it before. He threw that ball before the receiver even cut.
Big 2-point conversion here, guys.
Holman keeps it up the middle.
He's going to go to option A.
And is he close? Did he get it? No, they're saying he's just short.
It's right there. At
just short of the end zone. And so it remains a 2-point ball game, 14-12 with 4:16 left.
On the option, decided to tuck it up and run, Greg.
Just
and
short.
Right there, knew that.
If he was 6'6", he would have had that one.
Knew that it was going to be an uphill battle there, Nate.
The extra effort there and the help from his teammates, just about a half a yard short
And
there.
you see just that half-second decision to not pitch it out and just tuck it up and run. That's really where the difference maker was, as I believe Holman would have been able just to waltz that one in had he made that decision just a split second sooner.
Let's take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, as right now Norwalk leading Vermilion 13-0. Edison all over Bellevue 27-0. Down here a little bit for the Redmen, as Perkins leading Clyde 21-0 in the second quarter. Lakota all over Willard 20-7 in the second quarter. We like to see that. Coach Lento, let's go. Napoleon on top of Fremont Ross 13-0. Sandusky now leading Columbian 13-6 in the first quarter, it says, according to ScoreStream, but that's just as good as a Wikipedia page. Hope Loudon 20, Margaretta nothing in the second quarter, as the return man Braden Chester brings it back, breaks a couple of tackles, and keeps his legs moving forward to the 42-yard line. Seneca East leading Buckeye Central 18-0. And Cary on top of Colonel Crawford. The undefeated Eagles are trailing Cary 7-0 over in Colonel Crawford. That's at Colonel Crawford, I think, because
I thought it was at Cary.
no, it is at Cary. You're right. That's at Cary. So
those Blue Devils, they've had a kind of a slow start to this season, looking to right the ship, and the big win over Colonel Crawford might be just a ticket.
Talk about a meat grinder of a schedule.
That's
man.
always a heck of a game.
Those Blue Devils, man, they've really been up against it to start the season, but that's how they like it. Bogner in the shotgun. Fakes it, keeps it, and he's into the open to the 50, to the 45, picks up a block at the 40, to the 35, 30, and he's driven out of bounds right at the 27-yard line.
Turnabout's fair play along the sideline.
Yeah, I was going to say, man, like, maybe next time take a step out of bounds instead of lowering that shoulder inbounds, because he took a lick at the end of that one.
And watch this one more time. Bogner, huge 30-yard run, breaks it, tucks it,
A
gets
broken
out in
tackle
open
there at the
space.
line.
Then here, as you said, Nate, tucks his shoulder, takes the licking, and keeps on ticking. As now the Warriors on the 27, 3:56 remaining here in the half.
Bogner on the last drive threw his 8th interception of the season. Now he's got the Warriors on the move once again to the 20-yard line. The pitch and catch to Caleb Bish.
I had a comment here for you, Nate. It said, running out of bounds is for the weak.
I mean,
he's
that's
tougher. That Bogner kid is tougher than a
that's a good
$2
point.
steak.
I mean, sometimes it's better to have more guts and brains than when it comes to this. Gridiron battle.
4 receivers out for the Warriors, spread along the 20-yard line. Bogner steps up into a pack of Rams and driven backwards to about the 20.
Is that what that's called?
I don't know. Are they a pack? Are they a herd?
Herd?
Are they a herd of Rams? It's not a rack of Rams.
I would expect you to know.
Yeah, man.
You to know.
You. Can you pull that up for me, Greggy? 3rd down and 3. They're going to say 3rd and 2. Bogner, handoff, Bish on the carry, and I don't think he got it. Actually, it was England on the carry. Evan England on the carry, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage, so 4th down and 3 coming up. And this is a big down in distance for these Warriors here, as they have a 2-point lead. What's the call here, Tommy? This would be about a 37-yard field goal, so I've seen Chester. He's got a leg, but they are kind of low line drive kicks. So I don't know if that's the route they want to go for here.
It seems like one of the terms they like to use for Rams is a mob of Rams.
Mob, I like that. Bogner, they're setting up the screen here, and that one is sniffed out by the defense. And that is a 4th down turnover on downs for the Warriors offense as they try to set up that screen there, but that defense read that one from the get, Tommy.
Oh, absolutely. Tremendous job by the Ram defense to come up with a huge turnover. And Greg, I'll be expecting on heartofohiosports.com, the shop, to see the Ram Mob shirts.
Ram Mob. I like it.
Is that Bill's Mafia?
Yeah. 4 receivers set here for Caden Holman in the shotgun. And I'll tell you, if that right tackle wasn't so far back, that could have been encroachment on the defense. But Holman stands in the shotgun, empty backfield, takes the snap, looking, rolls to his right, slings it down the field, and he overthrows his intended receiver. He was looking for Gavin Fry, and he was open, Tommy. If he'd have just kind of just flicked that one out there, but he just put a little bit too much on it.
I won't sit here and listen to you besmirch the name of Holman on that one. He made a good football play and just didn't get got a little bit too much on it.
Just a little too much.
A little bit too much.
Just a little bit.
I think the wind just picked up right when he threw it.
Yeah,
Well, like I said, there's just when you're when you're rolling out like that, again, you gotta expect everyone to be on the same page.
Holman slings it left side, complete at the 25, and Hill is going to be slung out of bounds at about the 27, and a flag flies in at the end for the extracurricular at the end of the tackle, as they're going to get Evan England for the late hit there. I mean, he had a hold of him, and I think it'd been fine if he'd have just fell on top of him, but the way he threw him at the end was the indicator.
Well, in that situation, you know, most times it's not too bad to do a little cleanup out of bounds. But what you can't do is spill Gatorade.
That's right. There's no tolerance for that, especially orange Gatorade.
Oh, man, I went to a Division III college, so the Gatorade they provided with you tasted like Flintstone vitamins. It was awful.
Still had the chalk in it and everything.
Absolutely.
You had to chew it when it got to the bottom.
Stir it up.
Just shake it up on the bus.
Uh-oh.
And that one's going to be stopped, too.
That's a 1 yard loss on the play back to the 40-yard line. So second down and 11 coming up. You got 1:15 left here in the first half. Of course, stick around for the halftime show. We'll have the marching band performances. Halftime show presented by Buckeye IT Services.
Warriors showing blitz again.
Holman with a man open at the 50 to the 45. And right at about the 44-yard line is Kaysen Gottfried on the reception. Or was that Fry? I think that was 5. Yeah, Gavin Fry on the reception.
Well, you see Holcomb once again under pressure, and that what he's able to do is he goes through his progressions, he checks his reads, and he finds that hot read all the time. That's what you get with a high caliber. There's a reason why he's the reigning 2022 Offensive Player of the Year.
Of course, it's a timeout brought to you by Hope and Fostoria. And yeah, you're right, Tommy. That kid, so far, he has shown me exactly why he's got all the hype and all the accolades surrounding him at this program. Because, I mean, obviously, he's a stud on the mound. But here on the football field, he's really showing out as well and showing you why these Upper Sandusky Rams are the ticket in this area if you're looking to watch some good high school football. Ball at the 43-yard line. 14-12, Warriors on top of the Rams, but the Rams have it inside Warrior territory at the 43. Holman all by himself in the shotgun, 4 receivers set. Takes the snap, slings it down the left sideline. He's got Hill at the 15 and down to the 10-yard line. Ethan Hill, what a connection. Good for 34 yards.
And we talk about the popularity of getting to watch a guy like Holcomb. You see it there, the bell of the ball. Keep the Rams dancing as they get their way into striking distance. As look at that, Holcomb.
Holman, back to pass, slings it into the end zone in the corner. He's got a man, but it's incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Ben Bogner. He was step for step with his man.
Reminiscent of the last scoring drive by the Rams and that same kind of waggle pass.
Gavin Fry, the intended receiver. 49 seconds left here in the first half. It is 2nd and 10, but it's basically 2nd and goal because that's a 10-yard line.
Do you have that play, Greg, replay?
The one that just happened?
Yes.
No, I didn't resave it over the one I was showing. Sorry.
Okay, now you'll see this boot rollout come on this play.
A little waggle.
Waggle usually leads to boot.
Holman into the end zone, and wow, great coverage on the play by Caleb Bish.
Oh, not disguising it too well. The defense was expecting the pass.
And they were covering that wheel route as you know that outside receiver was bringing the slant across, trying to pick route that defensive back. But a great job there by the back to go around.
Yeah, not so much the boot, but they did have the wheel on that.
Mm-hmm. Holman Has pressure, has to get rid of it. He's got it to his man. As that one to Caleb Francis. And he's got it down to about the 8-yard line. And a timeout called by Upper Sandusky. We'll keep it right here with 31 seconds left, and we'll thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here. Thank you to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope and Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lee's Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, WEBSTER Industries, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital, all proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. And folks, when you hear those names, you really should try to frequent them. Whenever you're out and you're doing your shopping or you're making financial decisions, make them with our sponsors in mind, just because if you like watching these broadcasts, they wouldn't be possible. It wouldn't be free if it wasn't for these names on this list. So please, when you hear those names, frequent those businesses and tell them your friends at Heart of Ohio Sports sent you.
The community-minded sponsors, it goes so deep, so we can't say enough about them. I don't know how often you want to frequent the hospital, but
I was thinking the same thing.
They are so supportive of the
You need to think positively about the hospital anytime you think about the hospital.
It's a place to go if you got to go to the hospital.
Absolutely.
Well, for your physical.
Holman into the end zone, incomplete, but a flag flies in.
I gotta call that pass interference, Nate.
Andrew Woodland on the coverage for the Warriors, as Ethan Hill was the intended receiver across the middle. But a flag on the play, and we'll see what the call is, but it's most likely going to be pass interference here. And that has been a few.
That's a little ticky-tacky.
There's been a few calls now here so far that have gone the way of the Rams here in the first half and have really benefited them to the point where that's not an automatic first down, Tommy, so it is still a fourth down. But now they move the ball a little bit closer. So the ball is at the 4-yard line.
Well, that literally changes and flips the script to where, again, Mohawk now is going to take a timeout. I think we should go ahead and take a timeout real quick.
Absolutely. Let's step aside.
away.
We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities.
And we're back here in Upper Sandusky for this matchup between Mohawk and the Upper Sandusky Rams. Nate Mullins and Tommy Hall on the call with you. Eric Hall on the sidelines. Austin Rodriguez down there with him. And Zach Blythe on the camera here for us tonight.
It's going to be 4th and 4 here.
4th down and 4. 4th down and goal at the 4. Caden Holman in the shotgun. One man in the backfield. 3 receivers on the left side. They bring a man in motion. That's Ethan Hill. Holman looks to the left, slings it into the end zone. He's got a man, and it's in. No, they're saying incomplete.
And turnover.
Incomplete pass intended for Gavin Fry.
Warriors stand tall as the Rams.
And
we're looking to get the first lead of the ball game here, and that's a doozy there, Nate, because the Rams kicked off to begin this one. They would have came out of the half with the ball. So again, you're talking a chance you could have tallied up two scores on them, but man.
And Tommy, you go back to that first missed extra point. Maybe that affected the decision there because they had the ball at the 4-yard line. They're trailing by 2 going into half. If you were comfortable with your kicking game, you probably would have lined up for a field goal there just to take the lead into the locker room. But because they missed that first extra point, that probably affected the game time decision right there.
That's true coaching insight on your behalf, Nate, as having that experience. Me, I'm a greedy little pig. I would try for the points. But again, hindsight being 20/20, the Rams now have to go back on defense. And
that's right.
And this game has really had everything. If you've joined us right from the get-go, you had a lot of scoring back and forth to start things off. But these defenses have really shored up and have really stood out as both squads now, I believe that's the second turnover by the Rams, second turnover by the Warriors.
Absolutely. Buckeye IT Services is our halftime show sponsor. They're a trusted partner for IT solutions in Northwest Ohio, serving customers with commercial, residential, and municipal needs. Bogner in the shotgun, takes the snap, and he's going to carry it forward for about a yard. Buckeye IT starts by building a relationship with you and your company. At Buckeye IT Services, they want to know your pain points with technology and what you need to help your business succeed. They work with you to tailor a solution of best practices and new state-of-the-art equipment to eliminate IT pain for your business. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to schedule your initial consultation. All right, that's going to do it for the first half. It's 14-12 Mohawk on top of the Upper Sandusky Rams. We'll step aside. We'll come back with the Buckeye IT Services halftime show, where we'll have the marching band performances, and then we'll join you with about 5 minutes left until the start of the second half. All right, folks, we'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports.
For our next selection, we are joined by the family Madrigal. The family shares story of their magical home and their family gifts. But there's one family member they've left out. Featuring El Hetzel, Elijah Ramirez, Carter Williams, and Julia Wildman. We hope you enjoy We Don't Talk About Lion King. Channel your inner Timon and Pumbaa by dancing and singing along. It's our problem-free philosophy. Hakuna Matata. We hope you enjoyed the show. Have a great night and go Warriors!
Program band would like to thank Wyndham Memorial Hospital, Ballman Chevrolet GMC of Tiffin, McGuire Wholesale, and Peacock Water for feeding both the Upper Sandusky and Mohawk bands this evening. We all appreciate your generous support of our great students. And now if you'd like to direct your attention to the west side of the track, along the football team bench, we will recognize our middle school 7th and 8th grade football players and cheerleaders. And students, when I call your name, please step forward nice and big and wave your hands so they can know who you are. Starting with the 7th grade, who's coached by Chris Rodriguez and Dylan Ham, we have Will Lichty, Noah Salinas, Toby Holman, Declan Pelfrey, Grant LeBaire, Malachi Hanks, Noah Yater, Braden Red, Aiden Teague, Hayden Lane, Eli Bent, Romeo Diaz de la Paz, Aiden German, Carson Mays, Lucas Schindler, and Eli Butler. And cheering for the 7th grade, advisor Hannah Fry, cheerleaders are Felicity Bills, Alexis Lenhart, Jaden Richards, Jalen Schultz, and Jillian Stansberry. Give it a hand for our 7th grade. And our 8th grade members are Diego Enriquez, Thomas Cochran, Emmett Kilbride, Travis Klaus, Ashton Clark, Carter Till, McCoy Bose, Josh Holly, Ethan.
And we're back here in Upper Sandusky getting ready to start the second half as Mohawk leads Upper 14-12 here as we're getting ready to start this third quarter. Tommy, this Upper Sandusky Rams team has been on the move throughout this game, but we had a couple of fourth down conversions that fell short, and that's where we kind of stand because they've had a couple of opportunities to take the lead here tonight, but they just have not been able to capitalize on those opportunities. Let's see what the second half holds. But there's just a lot of missed opportunities, I feel like, for this Upper Sandusky Rams team here in the first half.
Oh, absolutely. You could say that for both squads here tonight, as that first 24 minutes of football, definitely a slugfest, tooth and nail, back and forth, as each down and each drive seemingly took almost everything each team had to punch a score in. And throughout, again, that first half of action, the Upper Sandusky Rams were chasing a lead, chasing, finally had an opportunity to punch one in, take the lead before the half, and get the ball back for another chance to come out here in the second half to put another score on the board, but those efforts fell short there upon the goal line to where Mohawk was able to take over after the second Upper Sandusky turnover of the night.
They almost had a chance to, if they'd have punched that in, Tommy, and then got the ball back here, that's what you call that middle eight in between the second and third quarter. Coaches always want to try to take advantage of those last 4 minutes and the first 4 minutes of the third quarter. Last 4 of the second, first 4 of the third. They call that the middle eight. And if you can turn the tide in those middle 8 minutes, that really is sometimes the tail of a tape. You can kind of shift things to your side, especially if you have the ball going into the locker room. You're able to punch it in, put some points on the board, and then come out and get the ball back and put more points on the board.
I see you watched the Cleveland Browns season last year too.
Yes.
As again,
that happened multiple times to the Browns.
We joke about that, but that is such a true thing. Again, momentum carries over, especially at the high school level. You can get into your head. You know, again, Upper Sandusky, a chance to take the lead going into the locker room, as you said, could have could have kicked a field goal and gone up by 1 after those missed PATs. But, again, those make you reticent or hesitant to go out and try those things because, again, you got a high-caliber offense led by a Holman. You want to try to take advantage of that as the Warriors get ready to kick off to start the second half of action. We can't thank you enough for joining us here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as that was the halftime show by Buckeye IT.
And Braden Chester puts his toe into this one, and we are underway here in the second half. Returner fields it at the 16-yard line. Up to the 35 and up around the 40-yard line is where Gavin Fry will be brought down. And that's where the Upper Sandusky Rams will start out their first possession of the second half. As we mentioned, the last time they had the ball, their drive stalled at the 4-yard line as they had it first and goal at the 10, but were unable to punch it in. Even after given an extra opportunity, Tommy, they had 5 chances to punch that one in and still were unable to get points. So big stop by that Mohawk defense before halftime. Holman stands in the shotgun, pistol formation, takes the snap, handoff, and that defense was swarming to the ball on that one. As big number 53 in on the stop, Derek Dickman. Also in there is your 1x1 Lego block, Braylon Mulholland.
Oh, yeah.
Second down and 12. Ball at the 38. Shotgun formation. 4 receivers out there for the Rams. Holman takes the snap. Looking. Pump fake. He's got somebody. Oh, what a hit! Derek Dickman.
Derek Dickman, the Warriors come out in that nickel defense, looking to defend the pass. And relied on them big hog mollies up front. And you'll see Dickman here right off the line.
Right off that left side. Or right side of the offensive line.
Move inside. Just bull rushes his way.
Woof.
To a big sack lunch.
Third down and 10, third down and 20 here for the Rams. 3rd and 21.
This is not how you wanted to start this drive coming out of the locker room.
Holman up into the pocket. Rolls to his left. He's got to take off and run with it.
Are you kidding me?
And I think he's going to have the first. He does.
And
he's inside Warrior territory.
And Holman brings the paddles off to this seemingly dead drive. 3rd and 21.
Wow.
Able to convert and move the chains, and now have the Rams set up pretty right on the 46-yard line as they're looking to take their first lead of this ball game. As the Warriors still have a 2-point lead, 14-12, 10-11 remaining here in the third quarter.
Holman pump fakes, now throws it. Now he's got a man, and that's Fry on the reception. They're going to say incomplete as he didn't have full possession of it before it popped out of there.
Yeah, you got to take 1 or 2 steps or at least make a football move with it. As you see here on the replay, thanks to the wizard Greg Ken, you see Holman, just the dogs after him all night, able to complete a pretty pass out to Gavin Fry, but just pops out of his hands.
And Holman with that little hesitation, that pump fake, I think, he didn't want to force the ball in there. He's a very meticulous quarterback. Only has 3 interceptions on the season compared to those 16 passing touchdowns. So he takes care of the football. Second down and long. Holman's going to keep it. Trying to find a little crease as there's not much there. He gets it up to about the 43. But that'll bring up 3rd down and long. 3rd and 7 coming up here for the Rams.
Well, I like what Coach Eric Daniels has done with this Mohawk Warriors squad coming out in the second half. They kind of play a little tentative with the lead, playing with the lead, playing not to lose here in the second half. This Mohawk Warriors defense seemingly have their ears pinned back. Let's see if it costs them here on 3rd and 7.
Caden Holman in the shotgun brings a man in motion. 3 receivers set for the Rams. Holman takes the snap.
Yeah, rush
looks
off the
to his
edge.
left, gets it away, and there's nobody there. Must have been a miscommunication between himself and the receiver there, as I think he was expecting a little bit of a hitch route there by his receiver, but I think that was one of those branch routes, Tommy, where the receiver has to read the coverage, and I think he just made the wrong read there.
And that's the thing is when you have that kind of defense spread out, you're just waiting for that safety or corner to come down to the next level when you're expecting to throw that into the flat and them just come up under it.
4th down and 7 coming up. Holman back to punt. Gets that one away. A high punt, end over end, hits at the 5 and into the end zone for the touchback.
Well, another drive comes up empty for the Rams as both squads now in their last 2 possessions scoreless.
We'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Experience the ultimate luxury treatment at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa. At Tiffin's largest salon and spa, we offer a full array of services to help you look and feel your best. From hair and nails to massages and skincare, we also accommodate groups and are the perfect place for bridal parties, girl days, and even date night. Everyone needs a little R&R. Enjoy some self-care at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa.
Here, and we're back in Upper Sandusky as Ben Bogner takes that first down carry and picks up about 7 yards. 2nd down and 3 coming up here for the Warriors. They have it at the 27-yard line. That little break in the action brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon.
Cale Vince with the stop there.
Bogner fakes the handoff. Now he keeps it, and he's in to the 2nd level and down to about the 40-yard line is Ben Bogner. Nice pickup there by the junior quarterback as he moves the chains. That's another UIS Insurance and Investments first down. Bogner back in the shotgun. He keeps it. He's going up the middle, trying to find some running room, but has his pins taken out from underneath of him there by Ethan Hill.
Starting off this second half, this slow, methodical drive by the Mohawk Warriors, very a la Eric Daniels. Still, no sense of urgency as this really, and that's not necessarily a bad thing, because these Mohawk Warriors, once again, we know what hinges on this one.
2nd down and 7. Bogner in the shotgun, high snap, takes it. Steps up, delivers it over the middle. He's got Chester at the 35 to the 30, and he's brought down at the 25-yard line. Braden Chester once again on the reception. That's a big-time pickup there between Ben Bogner and Braden Chester. Gain of 42 on the play.
Gain of 42 on the reception. Bogner finds Chester with the beat on the defender for 42, but I mean, you need more of that. That 30-yard touchdown reception earlier is what put the Warriors on the board and on top to start this game.
A handoff. That's England on the carry as Evan England picks up about 5 up to the 20-yard line. Cale Vince on the tackle for the Upper Sandusky Rams. Bogner takes the snap. Now they got a little early movement there as the quarterback and running back kind of a little bit of a lean there. Flag on the play. False start on the offense. We just saw that commercial break brought to you by Relax and Revive Salon. Did you know they're Tiffin's largest salon and spa? At Relax and Revive, they strive to give you the best service and experience in the beauty world. Ben Bogner in the shotgun, takes the snap, keeps it off the right side. And Bogner showing you the grit there on that one as he picks up those 5 yards at penalty yardage, gets it back. But it's still going to be a 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Like a design keeper with a pulling guard. I don't know if that was just a breakdown in communication or what.
3rd down and 6 coming up here. And it looks like a power offensive formation here for the Warriors. Little trips bunched on the left side of the formation. Bogner rolls to his left. Now steps, sets his feet, and it's tipped and nearly picked off as Caden Holman steps in front of the pass.
These two teams not giving an inch here late in the second half.
Don't you love how the Warriors come out and they spread the field, run the ball, then they come out in like a running formation and throw the ball?
That's exactly right. You got to keep them guessing. 4th down and 6, and they're keeping the offense on the field.
Yeah, you're probably too far to kick it here, but.
Well, why not? This has been a defensive chess match throughout 48 minutes.
We try to get the defense to jump, but everybody holds their water.
Make up a yard.
Bogner in the shotgun, takes the snap. They're going for it on 4th and 6. They sling it out right side, and
I think he got it.
He did. He comes down with the reception.
Just over the hands of the one defender and right to his receiver.
Caleb Bish on the reception. That's good enough for a Mohawk 1st down. Brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Ball marked at the 7-yard line. 1st and goal for the Warriors coming up now.
Look at this placement of this ball here, Nate. It just sails over the defender's fingertips. Only where his receiver can get that one and come down with it. Watch this. Oh, right there.
Dropped that one in a bucket. Bogner follows his blockers up the middle, bounces off a tackler, and he keeps those legs moving down to the goal line. He's stopped at the 1. So 2nd down and goal at the 1 for the Warriors as they try to punch this one in.
And sometimes, again, you have some of those outside zone option reads, and that read there, they just kind of brought it up behind the tackle. I like the way that this offense been running the ball as they're going to run the ball right in for a touchdown.
Evan England on the carry as he picks up just enough to get him into the end zone. And the Warriors take an 8-point lead, 20-12, with 5:53 left here in the 3rd quarter. And now it's kind of decision time here, Tommy. You going to kick the extra point? I think absolutely you have to. Take that 2-possession lead, right? On to attempt the extra point, Brant Kirian for the Warriors. Braden Chester, the hold. Snap is back, ball is down, kick is up. It's blocked, but they do squeeze it through. They get the extra point. That's the 2nd time somebody's got a hand on one of those extra points, and it still goes through the uprights. Wow. Kirian must have one heck of a leg on him, man, because he's booting it right through the block.
Sailed through real low there.
Look at that. Oh!
He must have just got a piece of it. It must have just not enough to actually change the trajectory. But
well, once again, it is 21-12. The Warriors take a 2-possession lead. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's kind of moseying around on the sideline down there. What is up?
Eric!
I absolutely love that, you guys. That's amazing.
So what's up, buddy? How's it going down there?
Upper's coach there they knew the importance of that point. They were calling out big point. They brought their full-on blitz. Still, they got the result they wanted, and it still went over the crossbar, man. That's pretty impressive.
Am I right? Was that the 2nd time that's happened where they got a hand on the extra point? I mean,
yeah, that kicker's got a leg, man.
That's got to be so frustrating if you're the Rams. You've gotten your hand on these kicks, you just can't get them down.
Yeah. It's especially frustrating when you call that play, you bring everybody in. You need that, like he said, big point. That's what that play was called. And it's frustrating that you get the block and still get the point.
Line drive to the up man. The return man taken immediately down as Caden Vogel unable to do much with that return.
Mason Skimpf on the tackle for the Warriors. Ball is at the 21-yard line. That's where the Rams will take over. And they have come up empty their last 2 offensive possessions here. Trying to find some answers. They go empty backfield. 5 receivers set for Caden Holman. Takes the snap. He's going to keep it. And there's not a lot of running room there. He gets maybe a yard up to the 22, but that's about it.
4-4 look by the Warriors. Have that pinch look off the end. And Warriors get great penetration right there down in the trenches to where Holman has nowhere to go. He can't bounce it outside or roll out. He can't bring it up because those that big Warrior front just causing some havoc.
Well, those defensive linemen are really creating space for those linebackers to roam, and they're making a lot of plays tonight. Holman slings it out on the left side, and that one is picked off, intercepted, and brought back for a touchdown as number 24, Andrew Woodland, on the interception. Pick 6 for the Warriors, and that's only Caden Holman's 4th interception on the season. That one bounces off of the hands of his intended target and right into the awaiting arms of a Mohawk Warrior.
Yeah, it wasn't even a bad pass.
No, it was on the money.
Breaks, yeah.
It's where you want it, right there.
And then
what a hit by Braden Chester, though, to knock that one up into the air.
And what great awareness there by the defender to see that ball get knocked up into the air and come down with that one.
Chester is just putting his fingerprints all over this one here tonight.
And it's amazing how
he must really like little HUGO'S or something.
Who doesn't?
Extra point attempt is up, and it's through. And it's now 28-12, a 16-point lead for the Warriors with 5:03 left in the 3rd quarter.
And Farmer John will be harvesting that pigskin in his field after that one sails over the uprights and into the field, as the Warriors now extend this lead 28-12, Nate. And that's what we talked about with this type of ball game is both offenses coming out. They started to become a little stagnant. Defense is showing up in a big way, and you were just waiting for the script to flip, and it happened in a blink of an eye, because we talked about right before we went to the half, Upper Sandusky seemingly right on the doorstep of being able to take a lead in the ball game and then being able to come out in the beginning of this half with a chance to score. Unsuccessful in either one of those attempts, and now the Warriors came out on their first drive of the second half, put points on the board, and now the defense adding to the party, putting points on the board after a huge pick 6.
And the Warriors set to kick off.
Yeah, they barely got the kicking tee off last time before the Warriors had to go back out there.
Yeah. Braden Chester kicks it off for the Warriors. Return man fields it at the 15. That's Fry on the return to the 25 to the 30, trying to find the outside, and he's going to be brought down out of bounds by Hayden Parker of the Warriors. So the Rams will take over at their own 35-yard line. Let's take a look around the area at our First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, as in the 3rd quarter, Norwalk leading Vermilion 20-0. Perkins all over Clyde 31-7 in the 3rd quarter. Columbia now leading Sandusky 28-20 in the 3rd quarter. Of course, you can find that game over on the X stream. Go to YouTube, go to the search bar, that thing that looks like a little magnifying glass. You type in Heart of Ohio Sports and then X and then stream, and you can find that game, Columbian versus Sandusky. Edison leading Bellevue 41-0, as Holman's going to keep it off the left side, and he's got some running room, and he's down the sideline to the 30, 35, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Upper Sandusky, Caden Holman.
Caden Holman with some of that Carnation instant offense, able to get the Rams erase that last pick 6 and kind of make amends. As you see right here, Holman in the gun, just keeps it here, right up the middle, finds the edge, able to find the sideline, and then it's just a foot race between him and the defenders, and you ain't gonna win that one, folks. As Holman now again erases that last mistake, chance to make this a 9-point ball game.
And they need this one here, Tommy. They're going to need this one.
They're going to kick it.
This will make it an 8-point ball game if they can convert this 2-point conversion. Holman rolls to his right, looks into the end zone, has a man, and he got it for the 2-point conversion. Gavin Fry on the reception, and the Rams bring it back to within a one-possession ball game. 28-20 is your score.
And Greggy, I see some of your friends, the as you put it, fair weather fan, making their way towards the exit, immediately put their jackets back on, kind of turned back towards the bleachers after seeing that huge Holman touchdown that has seemingly brought new life back into the Upper Sandusky Rams after in an instant, 2 scores by the Warriors, put them out on top 28-12, and now just like that, back 28-20 ball game, thanks to Caden Holman and that tremendous performance.
That was a big score there. You know how deflating it is when a defense comes out and puts up points on you. That can change the whole game right there.
I wasn't joking. There's people heading towards the exits. Okay, let's see this just start to steamroll. But that's guys like Caden Holman.
I think that was a lot of Calvert students leaving because they ain't got nothing else going on tonight.
Yeah, get over that big old breakfast, hopefully.
Hey, that's going to be a good breakfast tomorrow morning. I'm going to be down there.
Are you?
The JV team's playing Seneca East tomorrow, so Isaac gets to play against Aiden tomorrow in the game. I thought that was pretty cool. 9:30 start for the Calvert JV versus Seneca East, if any of you Calvert faithful are watching this.
Wait,
I'm
how are we doing a show if you're down there watching a game?
I won't be down there watching the game, I guess.
Sorry, I just now thought about it myself. So
I do stuff like that all the time. I'll plan stuff and then be like, wait, I already had plans. Well, they're not as important.
I don't see why you couldn't just do on the site.
Honestly, if I have a fan there that maybe is willing to stream it for me, that'd be nice. I doubt that'll happen, though. I forget. We're the only guys that do that kind of stuff.
I think Tommy's talking about doing the show from the stadium.
Yeah, why not? Why not? It'd be fun. Down there at old Chuck Maletti Fieldhouse.
Oh, yeah? Is that where they play?
Paul Maletti, sorry.
Okay.
Paul Maletti. Tied at 28 apiece, Columbian and Sandusky in the third quarter. Once again, that game over on the X stream. You can find that on YouTube exclusively. That is only on YouTube tonight. Perkins leading Clyde 31-7 in the third quarter. Let's see, Hopewell Loudon on top of Margaretta, 26-14. That is now in the fourth quarter. Carey leading Colonel Crawford 13-7 in the third quarter. That one, another N10 rivalry matchup as the Colonel Crawford Eagles come into that matchup 5-0, and Carey at 3-2 on the season. Lakota leading Willard still in the third quarter, 23-7. They have limited that high-powered Willard offense to just 7 points tonight. That's a big accomplishment for that Lakota defense. And as we keep going around the area, Seneca East leading Buckeye Central 30-6. As that one is kicked off and away, and it's going to go out of bounds, and it'll be an illegal procedure on the kicking team. Gibsonburg leading Woodmore 18-3 at halftime. I'm sure that's probably further along than that. And Huron leading Port Clinton 24-0. There's your score updates from around the area, courtesy of First National Bank of Sycamore, one of our proud sponsors here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Of course, if you're wondering what's going on with Calvert, well, they had a matchup scheduled for tonight against Fremont St. Joseph, and I guess there was a illness that went around Fremont, and they have a small roster to begin with. I heard that they only have 18 kids on the roster this year, Tommy. So when 5 of them go down, you can't really field a football team, and that's what I heard it is the case. There was an illness at Fremont St. Joe. So thoughts go out to all the people affected by that. Hopefully everybody's okay and they're back on the field next week. But Calvert's going to get a bye week before they prepare for Margaretta next week. Oh, kickoff off of the fielded return man at the 25. Chester brings it back, and there's some running room. Braden Chester, and he's down to the 32-yard line. But what a return by Braden Chester.
Delayed return allowed the blocks by the special teams kind of get in place, and
way to stay cool here when he kind of muffs the kick there. He doesn't panic, picks it right up, takes off with it.
Yeah, you see him seemingly take his time to find that quick little crease, as Nate likes to put it so elegantly. Finds that crease and just goes up the middle for a huge return to set the Warriors up nicely right around the 30. And this Upper Sandusky Ram, they got to show up and show out right now. Defensively, again, just an 8-point lead as the Warriors keep continuing to carry the momentum.
England on the carry, and he's into the open. 10, 5, and down to the 2-yard line. Evan England on the carry. And the Warriors down near the goal line. First and goal situation, and a player down at the end of the play. Hopefully he's okay. But we have an injury timeout on the field. We'll keep it right here with 4:24 left to play here in the third quarter. Let's thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here as we take a look at the replay as what exactly happened to the young man who's down. Big play.
England just breaking through all the tackles, chased down from behind, trying to get the ball out. I think he
just kind of
takes one to the nether regions.
Yeah, he just kind of fell right on top of the man he was trying to tackle there, and that's going to be hard to get back up from that one for a little bit. You might just catch his breath, you know. But let's thank our sponsors for allowing us to be here tonight. Thanks to Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, Buckeye IT Services, XCARET Mexican Restaurant, Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, Hope in Fostoria, First National Bank of Sycamore, UIS Insurance and Investments, STEINMETZ Signs and Graphic Inc., Lease Floor Covering, Little HUGO'S, 5-Star Maintenance, DAH Wraps, CLOUSE Electric, FEASEL'S Frame and Collision, Circle H Tire, WEBSTER Industries, Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery, and Mercy Health Tiffin Hospital. All proud sponsors with us here on Heart of Ohio Sports. Bogner takes the handoff, or takes the snap, hands it off. England is stood up at the 2-yard line, driven backwards. Nice job by that Upper Sandusky defensive front. Just creating a wall there, Tommy, and pushing that wall backwards.
You see here on the replay, our fine sponsors. But right behind that wall,
look at this.
Bogner hands that off.
Surge, boom, just hits, stopped.
That's a tremendous job by
58.
number 40, Nathan Lewis, also coming and holding back that defender.
And England on the carry, and he's into the end zone. He plunges in from 1 yard out, and Evan England has his second score of the second half here. And the Warriors regain a 2-possession lead. It's now 34-20 with 3:46 left here in the third quarter.
And if you're Upper Sandusky, you can't continue to allow this to even resemble a shootout because you're continuing to chase a 2-score lead. Holman was able to make quick work of their last possession. The Rams, you can't expect them to do that all night. Sooner or later, that defense is going to have to show up.
Kyrian on for the extra point. It's blocked! And it stays a 14-point ball game. So this is a little different now.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 2-possession ball game.
You guys saw that, what was the field goal block, and it was the New England and Miami game where the guy ran off the side and blocked it?
Oh, yeah.
I think they tried that here on this. Let me see this replay here. I'm pretty sure I saw a kid try that off the side over here.
Do you know that
Look at him. See him running?
Belichick said that he knew how to time that up because the holder was a former punter of his, and what he does is he has a long exhale before the snap. So he knew to time it up when he saw his punter exhale. That's when the snap's coming, so time that snap up. And that's what he told his guy before the play, and
that's why he's Bill Belichick.
That's right. Yeah, exactly.
I mean, yeah, just little things you pick up on.
I know that guy takes a long breath when he snaps the ball.
Like, who notices stuff like that? You know, that's why he tells his receivers to wear white gloves, too.
It's like about 12 years ago, I remember him breathing really a long time when he snapped.
A long time. No, he tells his receivers to wear white gloves so they can tell the difference between the hands and the ground. So that way, if you do get your hand under the ball, they can tell very easily that your hand got under the ball.
I thought it was so they could hold the guys with the away jerseys.
Ooh, that might be it, too. That might be it, too. You know how Miami loves to wear those whites at home. I got an update from Connor Roush here. Says we have a heck of a game going on in Sandusky.
He's got all the details.
He does have all the details. And the return man to the 35, to the 40, breaks a tackle to the 45. Oh, Braden Chester said no more breaking tackles. But 13-6 Sandusky at the start of the third against Columbian. Then they scored again to lead 20-6. Then Columbian goes on a 21-point unanswered run to take the lead, 28-20. And then at the end of the third quarter, Sandusky scores and converts a 2-point conversion to tie it up at 28 at the start of the fourth quarter. So once again, you can find that game over on the X stream on YouTube. Pull up both at the same time. You can pull this one up on your phone. You can pull that one up on a tablet or a computer or even a smart TV.
You know you got more than one screen.
Absolutely. Holman on the quarterback keeper. Carries it forward to about the 45-yard line.
Trying to give Holman a read, a look, as he was able to find success and a quick touchdown on their last drive with that same play.
Those defensive tackles are doing an excellent job of just collapsing the middle of that line. And a lot of those option plays, he's seeing something there, but it closes so quickly. 3:05 left here in the third quarter. Holman all by himself in the backfield. Shotgun formation. Takes the snap. Slings it out over to the right, complete. He's got it to Fry. Fry has it to midfield, and he's down right around the 49-yard line. Gavin Fry on the reception. And that'll be about 2 yards shy of the first down. Third down coming up here for the Rams. This is a big money down for this defense. 2:35 left here in the...
You got the ball right at midfield. Where does it become 4-down territory if you're the Rams?
Oh, if they don't gain any yards or gain a yard, it's fourth down. And there's Holman on the keeper, and he's got the first down. We don't even have to think about it because that moves the chains. Another UIS Insurance and Investments first down for the Upper Sandusky Rams. Ball at the 46-yard line.
Probably ought to give the Rams more credit.
Yeah. Holman in the empty backfield once again. Calls for the snap and then looks to the sideline for the play adjustment.
Watch Caleb Francis here. He's going to curl in.
Holman over the middle, has a man, and it's incomplete.
Oh, they just did it from the other side.
Looking for Gavin Fry, but that one incomplete. Just a little too high there for Fry. I see Eric down there with our sideline camera operator, Austin Rodriguez. We'll check in with Eric right after this play. So we'll see if this goes for a touchdown here, huh? We got the magic this week? I think we did it twice last week, didn't we?
I think Holman does. He sends a man in motion.
Now Fry in motion. They're going to fake it to Fry. Now Holman's going to keep it. To the 40, 35, to the 20, 15, to the 10. Wow. Almost. We almost had it there, Eric. I'm telling you, it was close. It was so close.
Yep, it was still a big play, man. I mean, that's got to count for something, right? That was a big play that they needed right there.
I think England may have went down there on the attempt to tackle. Was that Bish?
You got a number on that player down there, Eric?
Let's see in the replay here if you can get a number.
26?
Yeah, it's 26.
That's Bish.
That is Caleb Bish down on the play, but we'll keep it with you, Eric. So, fourth quarter coming up, man. What's the energy like right now on that Upper Sandusky sideline?
I'm sensing a little bit of nervousness on the sideline. There's some silence over here, and they're trying to get their team right, but I can sense some nervousness.
All right. Well, hey, maybe you got to get down there and pump them up a little bit, huh?
Yeah.
Just tell them, hey, you got to just tell them. There's a little HUGO'S gift card on the line for $10 for anybody who plays out these last, 12 minutes, 14 minutes here? So just go spread the message there, Eric, huh?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get on it.
So once they spend $25 in their 89 pickup truck driving over.
Once again, thanks to Eric Hall, our sideline reporter.
As again, you love being out here in football country. You know, both these schools, I believe they have a drive ag equipment into school day.
Oh, absolutely. I know it's at Seneca East for sure.
They have it at Mohawk for sure as well.
I know after this one, a lot of these players are going to need to relax a little bit, you know. And when you need to relax, you need to head over to Relax and Revive. They are Tiffin's largest salon and spa. At Relax and Revive, they strive to give you the best service and experience in the beauty world. During your time at Relax and Revive Salon and Spa, they want you to feel relaxed. So upon leaving, you'll feel revived and ready to conquer the world. Because after all, everyone needs a little R&R. Relax and Revive is a full-service salon and spa offering all hair care, nail care, skin care, massages, and body waxing services. We can accommodate large bridal parties, girls' night, date nights, and more. That's right. Relax and Revive Salon and Spa.
Sounds like the place for a lot of these young men's mothers that are watching at home or watching the young men out here on the field go get themselves all pampered up.
Absolutely. And if you're watching this broadcast, you're a mom, your grandma, anybody, even dads, I mean, I could use a massage. Go out there, enjoy what they have to offer. It's one of the largest salon and spas in the area. And you got to treat yourself every once in a while, especially, I mean, you think about it. Everything you put yourself through to get these kids through a week at school, you deserve it. Holman in the shotgun. 4 receivers set, 1 man in the backfield. That's Gavin Fry on his right hip. Holman back to pass. Slings it into the end zone. He's got a man, but it's incomplete. Threw it just behind his intended receiver, Caleb Francis.
Waited too long.
Just behind him and a little low there, yeah.
I feel like he might have had a guy right across the middle here, right off the jump.
What, that guy?
Yep, right there. He could have got took one extra second to allow him to get an open space and just unable to make.
Second down and goal. Ball at the 10. Holman in the shotgun. 3 receivers off to the left, 1 here on the near side. Holman's going to keep it off the left side, trying to find some running room, and there's nothing there. Derek Dickman coming in to make the stop from behind.
He's been everywhere off the weak side of the play tonight.
Yeah. 3rd and goal, ball at the 9-yard line. A minute and 5 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. Warriors lead by 14. Rams threatening here with a 3rd and goal. Ball at the 9. 4 receivers set. Caden Holman in the shotgun. All by himself. Takes the snap. Slings it into the end zone. Back corner of the end zone. He's got a man. He comes down with it for the touchdown. What a pitch and catch.
Caleb Francis comes down for a huge Ram touchdown as Holman, you see him just once again throws to the back of the end zone, leads the receiver.
That's what I'm saying. Look at him lead that, man.
Just lets out a dime. Pew.
He hadn't even turned his head when he threw the ball.
Get to it. Get to it. That's what a beautifully thrown ball is. Oh my gosh.
It was like
those are next level. Those are next level throwing.
Like a robot locking in on their target. He knew right where the corner of the end zone was. They stared it down. And he said,
He wasn't throwing to his receiver. He was throwing to a target. And the extra point attempt is up, and it is good. So Holman knocks through the extra point.
Did the ball ever come back down? Sent that one to the moon.
And it is 34-27, 7-point ball game with 37 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And we got one heck of an exciting ball game here. Let's take a look. Let's take a step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Stop down to Benchwarmers in Tiffin or call it in for delivery. Fresh cut fries, locally sourced ingredients, and phenomenal service. Give the Tiffin store a call at 567-268-9268 and place your delivery order now. Benchwarmers Restaurant and Delivery. You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, and we're back here in Upper Sandusky. 37 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. The Rams set to kick off as the Warriors lead 34-27 over the Rams. Nate Mullins on the call with you. Tommy Hall up here with me. Greg Kinn, the Wizard, on the 1s and 2s. We've got Austin Rodriguez and Eric Hall down on the sideline. And then we have Zach Blythe on the overhead cam tonight.
We're gonna check
illegal procedure on the kicking team as the ball went out of bounds, but I don't know what happened there. What exactly was the call? They're just going to have to re-kick it, most likely. We'll check in with our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as he's down there. Eric! What's up, buddy? How you doing?
It's doing good, man. There's a little less nervousness down here on this Sandusky sideline now.
I see that. So you said you have an update on the Caleb Bish injury situation. What's going on?
Yeah, Austin had a good look at it down there. He came down on his wrist and bent his wrist back kind of funny. So he looked like he was in pain when he was walking off, but he does have a wrist injury.
All right. Does she have a shot at the does she have a picture of it?
No, I don't think she got a shot of it. I'll ask her. But
she got a nice picture of that Chubb injury, though. No,
like that.
I forgot.
All right. Thanks again, Eric. Appreciate that.
And Austin with a medical doctorate giving us an update on the physical condition of a player.
Oh, my goodness.
And they're just going to kick it right out of bounds again. It's the same thing they just did. I think they're trying to keep it out of the hands of Braden Chester because the last time he had the ball.
Pretty big returns.
Well, and the last time they kicked it to him, he brought it back to the 35-yard line inside Rams territory.
They just keep making him re-kick it. Please stop.
I think they're just trying to find that soft spot in the kicking coverage.
You never know when it gets that right bounce.
We got a heck of a ball game here. 34-27 is your score. Warriors leading by 7. Over on the X stream, you can find Tiffin Columbian and Sandusky in one heck of a barn burner. It is 35-35 in the fourth quarter over there at Strobel Field, Cedar Point Stadium.
Sounds like a roller coaster of a game.
See if they can iron drag in the end.
Chester on the return, trying to find some running room, but he's going to be brought down right around the 43-yard line. So all that for, I mean, they did limit the return, but.
Yeah, I mean, it's still a good return.
I was going to say, still great field position.
Love it.
As we take a look around the area at the First National Bank of Sycamore scoreboard, Norwalk leading 27-0 over Vermilion. Perkins leading Clyde 31-7 in the fourth quarter. As we mentioned, Columbian and Sandusky tied at 35 in the fourth quarter. Napoleon all over Fremont Ross 41-14. Lakota all over Willard 36-7 in the fourth quarter. Wow, who saw that one coming? I think Mike Lento did.
That Huron on Port Clinton 31-0.
Yeah. I was just about to get there. Saving that one for Austin. England on the carry, and he's got it forward to about the 46-yard line. Picks up a couple. Carey is looking like they're pulling away now, 27-7 over Colonel Crawford, as it looks like the Blue Devils are going to hand the Eagles their first loss of the season. Hopewell Loudon 26-14 over Margaretta. That is a final. Edison final 41-7 over Bellevue.
Oh, that's going to be the end of the third quarter as the Mohawk Warriors lead 34-27. Don't go anywhere. We got the exciting conclusion of this ball game right after this.
Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go: Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little Hugo's is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today and take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little Hugo's on West Market Street in Tiffin.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
We're back here in Upper Sandusky as the Warriors have it on 2nd and 7, and a flag flies in as they had 12 on the field. Yeah, 12 on the field for the Warriors, and that'll back them up 5 yards.
Can't be making week 1 mistakes here at the midpoint.
Hayden Parker was quick to run off the field, but not quick enough, as that's going to cost the Warriors 5 yards.
I think on this drive we've had more penalties than downs.
Second down and 13. Warriors have it at the 42. Bogner takes the snap. Looking, steps up, delivers it down the field. He's got Chester. Oh, what a Gavin Barth, the intended receiver. What a throw by Bogner. Put it right on him. But Barth unable to come up with it there. I thought he was going for Chester, but then I see Barth kind of streak out of nowhere.
Look at this pressure. Look at this pressure by the defense, just hounding down on him. He's got to step up into the pocket there and just launches that one. Oh, he got to him, too. Yeah.
It was there.
You see the frustration there at the end. He knew it.
When you get a hand on it, you got to catch it. That's the rule, Greg.
3rd and long, 3rd and 13 here.
That's what the Rams want here. Got to get a stop.
And you got to think the Rams really like that announcement of the golf team there, as all I could see was the Mohawk coaching staff was really frustrated with the amount of noise that was going on because they were trying to call plays, and all you could hear was the announcer talking about the golf team, which is great. They deserve all the recognition they deserve.
You just love it.
I just thought it was hilarious watching the coaching staff trying to call the play over there. They're just getting frustrated. They're waving their hands.
You love it. You love to see it.
I love it. That's the part of football. I mean,
you get that home cooking.
That's right. Get that home cooking.
Yeah, it's the atmosphere of being over here.
4th and 13. Ball at the 42. And they're going to punt it away.
Nice job by the Rams there to force this.
Oh.
Chester
nice
gets
punt.
it away.
And
it goes over the head of the return man, and this one's going to go all the way back to the end zone, and it's going to be a touchback.
Give me that replay.
I don't think he did. I think it went right over his head. I think if it was Caden Holman, he might have got a hand on it, but I don't think so.
I think he gave him the ET phone home on here.
Let's see.
He tried to get it for sure.
How does it bounce like that? How does it bounce like that?
That was a close one.
It was very close. The Rams are going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
Remember, Elliot, I'll be right here when you need me to tip that ball.
Again, if you're looking for the Columbian game, it's over on YouTube exclusively. Search Heart of Ohio Sports X Stream.
Yes, go to YouTube, find the search bar. It looks like a little magnifying glass, and then type in Heart of Ohio Sports X Stream.
Now we got the ball game for you right here.
That's right.
On Heart of Ohio Sports. 11:29 remaining in the ball game. The Warriors 34-27. Just cannot put those Rams away as the Rams continue to fight back, trying to take their first lead of the ball game.
Twice in the second half, they've had a 2-possession lead, Tommy.
Yeah. The resolve of these Rams.
Caden Holman in the shotgun. Takes the snap. And he's looking for some running room. Stutter step to the outside, breaks a tackle to the 40. He's ridden down at the 43-yard line.
Little option keeper action there.
Andrew Woodland on the tackle. But that's good enough for a Upper Sandusky first down, brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. Make sure you stick around for the postgame show, brought to you by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. We'll have our player of the game presented by Little HUGO'S. 4 receivers set. 1 man in the backfield with quarterback Caden Holman. They bring him in motion. Now 3 receivers on the left side. And they're going to fake the handoff. Holman's going to keep it off the left side, breaks a tackle to the 40, and he's down inside the 40 to the 36-yard line.
I even bet on that. You saw the pulling guard, pulling tackle, just kind of light on their fingers. You knew the trap was coming. You watched them send this guy in motion here. They bunch up, and right to the other side, the quarterback takes it, leading the defense. Man, what a nice disguised run there.
A lot of seniors on this squad for Upper Sandusky. Caden Holman leading the way. Ethan Hill.
Like I said, Greg, you got better luck sneaking Dawn past the rooster than get one over me right there. I bet on that so bad. He would have toasted me for 18 yards.
Those are my favorite, when they're doing it so perfectly that you can't even tell.
Oh. And we got a timeout, maybe? No, false start. Or delay a game. Yeah, delay a game. Waited just a little bit too long.
I was going to say, the last few plays have been close. They were down to 2 seconds on the last one before this.
Well, you know, they're trying to shorten this game, Greg, because this is both of these offenses are airing the ball out, so it's kind of slowing the clock down a little bit. And you see these Rams trying to take as much time as they can in between plays to try to stretch that game clock out a little bit.
Yeah, you want to stop giving the ball back to the Warriors here.
Yeah, that is a great strategy, especially when your defense has been out there all night.
Holman, left side keeper, carries it forward, and he's down to about the 40.
Nice job by England to get his nose in there and kind of get a Holman the stutter step, slowing him up so the defense can get to the ball.
Garrett Reinhart in there on the stop as well. Second and 14.
I'm going to say that.
Ball at the 39. Holman all by himself in the shotgun, takes the snap. They bring 5. Holman slings it down the field. He's got a man, and that should be pass interference. But yes, there comes the flag from the other side. From the back judge, he called it, but the sideline judge did not call the penalty. Greg, that was really interesting to see that. Yeah, he had a better look at it, but didn't call the penalty. But the back judge called it.
I think it kind of happened behind the play, though, too. That's one of the things you see, the pass interference here behind. He should have threw it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, that guy in front of the play had a much better look at it. And that is a 15-yard penalty, which will result in a first down. It's not an automatic, but they gave them enough yards they needed there. I think they needed 13. They got 15 on the penalty, so it's a first down. 9:38 left to play in the ball game. Rams have it. Empty backfield. They bring a man in motion. Holman sets up the screen on the left side. He's got a man to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown, Upper Sandusky.
Ethan Lewis on the screen finds pay dirt and pushes the Rams that much closer. Now 9:28 here at home for the Upper Sandusky Rams after a huge first down. You see this ensuing play, Greg. Sends a man in motion.
Great. Executed perfectly. Look at that.
Oh, and he was so close to being tipped by that defender.
And then got the block right there.
And not too often are you going to win that foot race against Braden Chester.
Well, he used that blocker as a pick for Chester there. It was a pretty good run there by Lewis.
Now a chance to knock this one up.
Uh-oh, bad snap.
That's not good.
And that is not going to be the result that the Rams wanted there, but it's a 1-point ball game, folks. 34-33. 9:28 left to play in the ball game.
Right here.
You don't see this too often.
Just right into the mud.
Oh, yeah. You see the kicker when he started to step up, and then he said, uh-oh, there's nothing for me to kick there.
And now as this one draws closer, don't forget to like, subscribe, share our page. Tell your friends, hey, you want the best in high school football action? Look no further than right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeyes. update. We bring our coverage to you live and paywall free thanks to our community-minded sponsors. So again, if you're ever asked to give a credit card number, that's not us.
Yeah. If it's asking you for money, it's not real. It's
again,
fake.
We are powered by our great community-minded sponsors that allow us to be here and make the trek over here to bring you this great ball game, this N10 matchup between the Mohawk Warriors and Upper Sandusky Rams. Don't forget to tune in tomorrow morning for the return to the Saturday Scoreboard with Nate Mullins.
That's right. 10 a.m. Myself and Zach Baker live in studio as nice tackle on the special teams coverage.
I was going to say, speaking of returns.
Kason Gottfried coming in to make the stop.
Chasing the 1-point lead after continuously finding themselves down to score. Now this Upper Sandusky Rams starting to believe a little bit, starting to get a little bit of momentum.
Old Uncle Mo.
Old Uncle Mo showing his way.
Yeah,
made his way over to that Upper Sandusky sideline. Speaking of Uncle Mo, I bet that's bringing a little energy down there. What do you think? Should we check in with Eric? What are you doing down there, Eric? What's that energy like down there? It seems like they're getting pretty pumped up, man.
Oh, yeah, it's getting down here, man. And watching these quarterbacks tonight has been the best part of this night, man. The excitement these quarterbacks are bringing has been awesome.
Yeah, and it's coming from both sides. Bogner and Holman both putting on a show here tonight as Bogner keeps it up the middle, and he carries it forward, but not a whole lot of running room there. Not a lot of real estate as that Rams defense put the clamps on it for just a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 coming up. Of course, Caden Holman comes into tonight as the leading passer in the N10, completing 65% of his passes, 1,314 yards, 16 touchdowns, just 3 interceptions. He has thrown an interception here tonight, but he's also thrown a couple of dimes for touchdowns here. I think he's got 4 on the night, 4 passing touchdowns. Here's Bogner rolling to his left, hit as he throws. Oh. And that one's going to be incomplete as the arm was coming forward on the pass when he was hit.
Was that 3rd down or is this now 3rd down?
This will be 3rd down coming up here, 3rd and 7.
Got your classic rolling to the left and trying to throw with the right.
Oh, yeah.
He saw the result of it there, just a dud of a pass. The defender got his hand up in there.
See Bogner there on the rollout, trying to throw cross. Never a good result.
You just can't get that. You can't get that momentum that you need to build up there.
Ball at the 31. 3rd down and 7. Bogner in the shotgun, one man in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolls to his left. Pressure, hit as he throws it down the field. And oh, what a play by Ethan Hill. Coming in to make that breakup.
Yeah, 1-on-1 down the stretch on a huge 3rd and 7. I think that's going to bring out the punt unit.
And that indeed will bring out the punt unit for the Warriors. So this is the 2nd time here in the second half that we've seen this punt unit for the Warriors. And Tommy, I don't think we saw it at all in the first half, did we?
Yeah, and consecutively.
So the 2nd straight time this defense has come up with a stop against this Warriors offense.
They've been called to task here in the 4th quarter, and they're answering it.
And now this Warriors defense will be called to task to try to come up with a stop, and they have been unsuccessful the last 2 times they've been out. That snap skips into Braden Chester. He does end up getting it away, though, and the return man fields it at the 44-yard line.
That's going to be friendly field position to start for the Upper Sandusky Rams, who just came within a point of knotting it up.
I can't believe he didn't get rid of that one.
Yeah, he was lucky to get rid of that one.
So with that, the Rams, I believe, will start this drive from their own 44.
34-33, Rams trail by 1.
And now this Upper Sandusky Rams offense seemingly starting to click on all cylinder, Greg's not taking too much time or needing too much time to put points on the board as Holman in the gun hands it off. I think the hill there.
And we have a final from Sandusky as the Blue Streaks were inside the 20-yard line and spiked the ball to stop the clock on 4th down.
Oh, my goodness.
And lost the game 42-35.
Talk about awareness, having to be aware out there, and it's a lot harder than people think when you're out on the field.
Man.
Be aware of every element.
Thanks to that update from Connor Roush. Handoff off the left side. And a nice run there as this Rams offense starting to find some running room in that offensive game plan here. As you know, you'd think towards the end of the game you'd maybe start to air it out a little bit more, but there's a lot of time left, Tommy. So what they want to do is try to take the air out of this game a little bit.
Yeah.
Put that ball on the ground, ground and pound. 3rd down and 2 coming up. 3 receivers set. Oh, I don't know. That might have been an illegal shift there. He didn't get set. The receiver didn't get set down here on the near side. They let it go. But that was close. You heard it. You heard the coaching staff up here yelling about it. Because the receiver down here, Ethan Hill, he was on the line, and then he came off the line, but wasn't set for more than a second. I mean, he was only set for about maybe half a second before they snapped it. So they got away with one. 1st down, ball at the 44. Inside Warrior territory. Holman, handoff. Up the middle. And a little bit of running room, but not a whole lot for Ethan Lewis there.
We got a comment here that says that they spiked it because the stick said 4th down on the field, but the scoreboard still said 3rd down. So they were looking up at the scoreboard. Wow.
Well, I mean, you're at home. You're at home.
That's awareness. You got to be aware of the situation, though.
Yeah.
You got to know what down it is.
I mean,
you don't look at the sticks. You don't look at the scoreboard.
And you couldn't even imagine.
You got to be aware.
Yeah, and the amount of pressure in a game like that, a tie game, battling back and forth. That's a lot going on.
That's tough. That's a tough way to lose there. Holman off to the right side, rolling out, and he's going to take off and run. And he's going to be close to the 1st down. They'll mark him down about the 35, maybe the 37. They'll say he went out at the 37. So,
man, I like to hear so much more about this Columbian game. I know exactly where I can, and that's tomorrow morning right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, as making its return, the Saturday morning scoreboard with Nate Mullins. I'll get you caught up there in your morning coffee and let you know all the area game results. Kind of go in a little dissection there too. So that'd be fun to tune in right here on Heart of Ohio Sports for the Saturday scoreboard with Nate Mullins.
Holman slings it over the middle. He's got a man, and no, it's incomplete.
That's 3rd down.
As he was trying to find Gavin Fry over the middle.
Wow.
But Tommy, I think that was one of those situations where they knew it's 4th down territory. So maybe they were just trying to pick that one up.
Is it 4th down? Is it 4th down territory?
You would think so. 6:06 left, but I don't know. If it is 4th down territory, maybe in that situation you run the ball, pick up a couple. Then it opens up the playbook. But here, 4th down and 4. They need to get it inside the 34 to convert. Holman, back to pass. Steps up, slings it down the field. He's got a man in the end zone. Touchdown! What a catch by Gavin Fry! What a throw, but what a catch by Gavin Fry! A 38-yard touchdown bomb from Caden Holman.
And the trust.
Wow.
The trust that this coaching staff has in its quarterback. It's reigning offensive player of the year on 4th and 4.
And how about
you
that
go to
throw?
your quarterback, not looking to just convert on 4th and 4, but sends a dime downfield that finds pay dirt as Gavin Fry hauls that one in. And now the Rams will take their first lead of the game, and not a minute too soon with 5:57 remaining here in the fourth quarter of action.
Holman steps up, throws it into the end zone, and it's going to be stopped short.
Yeah, his knee was down.
Stopped short. Ethan Hill on the reception, but they do not pick up the 2-point conversion. So it stays a 5-point ball game.
Thought about stretching it out here, Greg. Thought better of it, but yeah, that.
Ooh. What an excellent job in coverage there by Andrew Woodland.
step aside real quick? Come back.
Yeah, let's take a step aside real quick. We'll be back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports is owned by Mullins Entertainment and located inside Studio Squared in downtown Tiffin. The space features a state-of-the-art podcast studio, open for public use. Building a platform for creators is one of our top priorities.
And we're back here in Upper Sandusky. The Rams set to kick off. And the Warriors off the leg of the return man. He picks it up at the 15, to the 25, to the 35. And that's about where he'll be brought down, right at the 35-yard line.
Nick Goling on the return, a little conspicuous by his absence here tonight, as now this Warrior offense looks to set up shop here.
Did they miss us?
Nate, as they said, as you just alluded to when we were on our break, 19 unanswered points by this Upper Sandusky squad, this Mohawk Warrior squad, who had the lead just up to about a minute ago before we went to the break. Now with their back against the wall, season on the line. As we talked about at the top of the pregame, the Mohawk Warriors need this win. Upper Sandusky has not beaten the Mohawk Warriors since joining the N10 way back in 2015.
Uh-oh, some trickery there.
Ooh, what a hit in the open field.
Oh, trick or treat.
Ezekiel Baldwin came up and said hello. Ooh. Is that who that was, or was that 40?
Let's see here on the replay. Oh.
No, it was 17. That was Joey Smith. Whew. That was the license plate on that one. Bogner in the shotgun, second down and long. Takes the snap, steps up, hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. He was hit from behind, and that Upper Sandusky defense is really starting to bring. They're pinning their ears back right now. They're bringing the house. They brought 6, 7 players on the rush on that one there. You got to figure there's somebody got to be open. Maybe a little quicker routes for some of these receivers to get the ball in the hands of some of these playmakers so they can make a play.
Well, that's that feeling out process. You know that's not how this Mohawk Warrior offense works. The play develops.
Yep, and the defense just disrupting that right now.
Bogner slings it out. Incomplete hit as soon as the ball gets there, as Gavin Barth, the intended receiver.
And this will be the third straight punt by this Mohawk Warriors unit, as the stands start to come alive here.
And that's the second straight 3 and out for this Mohawk Warriors offense. That's not something we're used to seeing.
Oh, it's completely night and day from earlier in this game. The Warriors couldn't even be stopped on their out on offense.
That's why you love the game so much. The complexion changes so often. The adjustments made.
The adjustments, absolutely.
I mean,
that's the biggest part of the game. Yes, timeout called by Mohawk. And timeouts are brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. We'll step aside, take a quick timeout, but we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
And we're back here in Upper Sandusky. 39-34, Rams leading the Warriors. And the Warriors set to punt away. Nice. Braden Chester gets it away. Return man fields it from the 29. And he's going to be brought down right at where he grabbed the ball. Right about the 29-yard line is where they'll spot him down at.
We got a couple. Our viewers just went up. Some people must get done watching the Columbian game and hopped on over here to watch this one.
Yeah, we got a good one going on over here. This is a doozy. A flag flies in at the end of the play here. We'll see what the call is. As this most likely is going to be some kind of an infraction on the return team. I think they're trying to sort out where the ball will be spotted now. So we'll see what the call is.
We have a hold on the receiving team. That'll be enforced 10 yards from the post perimeter.
So there you have it. Hold on the return team.
Strong mustache game by the official. You see that up here. Commanding.
Got himself a nice little flavor saver for sure. I love those mustaches. When you just got a solid caterpillar just sitting there on your lip, all warm and fuzzy, it just, I don't know. It's a good look for a strong man, you know? Handoff off the left side. And not a whole lot of running room there, as they might have got a yard or two, maybe 3, actually, up to the 20-yard line. So a 3-yard gain, 2nd down and 7 coming up here.
But then again, if you ever known not too many presidents in this century that's had a beard.
That's true. That's why we haven't had any good ones. Caden Holman all by himself in the backfield. 4 receivers. They bring a man in motion. That's Gavin Fry. Holman's going to keep it off the left side, trying to find some running room, and he's going to be ridden out of bounds. Not exactly the play that the coaching staff might have wanted there, but he was ridden out by a couple of Warriors. As Woodland and England there to make the stop.
The way that he runs the ball is just, it's so calm.
It reminds me of Terrell Pryor. When I watch him run, it's almost like Terrell Pryor because they have a longer gait.
Yeah, it's like he slowly starts to get the engine rolling when he looks for his move and then he takes off.
Handoff off the left side.
Warriors going to meet him, though. Elias Magallanes. Magallanes? Magallin.
I'll let you take that one.
Magallins.
That guy didn't even try. He's like, Holland, the other guy.
Elias Magallanes. You do and you'll clean it up.
Magallanes? No, I don't think that's what it is.
I like that. Huh? That sounds right.
Shotgun formation here for the Rams. 3 receivers on the near side of the formation. Caden Holman, empty backfield. Takes the snap. Now he's going to keep it. And trying to find a little bit of a seam. And gets it up to about the 39-yard line, but it's going to be a 3rd down. 3rd down and about 6 coming up. This is a big
needed.
Big down for this defense.
Convert here, you can keep just eating away at that clock.
Yeah, huge touchdown reception when the Rams were facing 4th and 4.
That was just, I mean, you want to talk about a cojones call? Like, wow. Just got all the trust in the world in this senior quarterback. And he's leading the way. 3rd down and 6. Holman steps back, delivers it over the middle. He's got his man, and they've got the 1st down. Wow. Gavin Fry on the reception, and they move it to midfield.
That's
way to stand
just about
in there.
all she wrote, though.
Way to stand in there and deliver that one. He took a shot coming off the blind side.
With the Warriors only having 2 timeouts in their back pocket, it's going to be really hard for them to come up with a stop and get the ball back with any kind of time left here. As you look at this time clock, you're going to be right in the 30-second mark if they use these timeouts right to get that ball back.
There's no 2-minute warning here.
No.
And you're danged if you do, danged if you don't, because how are you not going to bring the pressure on Holman?
Yeah.
You have to.
Are you not going to?
Yeah, you have to.
Exactly.
At this point in the game. Handoff, left side. Oh, he stays in bounds. I was wondering. I'm like, is he going to go out of bounds? Because that would have just bailed the defense out. But they are forced to burn a timeout here. Of course, timeout's brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments.
Almost pulled a Sandusky.
I'm sorry, no. Timeouts are brought to you by Hope in Fostoria. First downs are brought to you by UIS Insurance and Investments. It's 2nd down and 9 coming up here. And we'll step aside, take a quick timeout. We'll be right back after this. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Heart of Ohio Sports gives fans the access they want when they want it. And the athletes get the coverage they deserve. Our broadcasts are free, and they always will be. We don't hide behind a paywall.
When my family can't come to the games, they always watch on Heart of Ohio Sports.
To be fair.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Oh, you caught us. And we're back here.
To be fair.
We are back here in Upper Sandusky. Let's send it down to our sideline reporter, Eric Hall, as Eric's got a little bit of a lowdown on what's going on down there on the sideline. Eric! What's going on, man?
I'm telling you, man, it's been a pleasure to have a front row seat watching this quarterback down here, or just the whole performance of his whole game. See some of those kicks he was like, he kicked that into space, that extra point.
I think they're still waiting on it to come down right now.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't got that ball back yet. So
he throws 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, I want to thank you for putting me down here tonight, because this has been a fun performance to watch.
And here we have the final timeout for the Mohawk Warriors. Now, Eric, if you're the Warriors, or if you're the Rams here in this situation, what's your play call? 3rd down and 12. Do you put it in the hands of your quarterback, let him air it out, try to find an open receiver, or you keep this clock rolling?
I say you give him a little space to scramble, or not scramble, but give him a little space for some time. Let him find somebody, because he's been he's been launching it downfield tonight, and he's been pretty accurate. So that's where I'd go.
Better complete it than Eric.
There you go. Expert analysis from our sideline reporter, Eric Hall.
I'm expecting a quick little screen here. Try to pick up 5 yards or so.
I was going to say, yeah, if they pass it, it's going to be a short little dump-off pass. It's that nice mix of you want to try to convert, but you also don't want to stop the clock for them. So.
And you love games like this. It gets to the point where Greggy's been doing his wizard stuff, and then he gets involved towards the end of the game, too, because he gets so invested in him.
3rd down and 12. Ball at the 48. Holman takes the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his left, slings it down the field. Oh, incomplete.
They're trying to catch him sleeping there.
A nice job in coverage there by Andrew Woodland.
Just trying to catch him sleeping there and put this one away with that one.
Yeah.
I think Woodland was resembling more like coattails than anything.
But there you have it. Now look, because they threw the ball and threw an incomplete pass, the Warriors are going to get this ball back with 1 minute and 31 seconds. Now, they don't have any timeouts left. But is that enough time for Ben Bogner? Because remember, week 1, he led them all the way down the field in about 1.5 minutes.
They just marched down the field.
And almost delivered a game-winning touchdown strike.
We've seen it happen.
Don't go anywhere, folks. This one's not over yet.
You expect something here on special teams as you got more.
Holman boots this one straight up in the air. Fair catch called for and made. Wow. And then the hit happens right at the fair catch. No. Yeah. And that will add on 15 yards at the end of the reception.
Oh, my goodness.
Now, that's just frustrating if you're the Upper Sandusky coaching staff, because you got to be telling your guys, just let them catch the ball.
Yeah,
but
you're yelling poison.
Yeah.
They tried to fair catch it, and then
momentum just kind of carried him into the ball, into the return man there.
Well, into the credit of the.
Well, it's also to the credit of the gunner there. When you're on a return like that with 1 minute and 23 left, you ain't exactly expecting that guy to walk up and fair catch it.
Yeah,
right.
And I was going to say, not only that, but when you're trying to shed those blocks to get down to make the tackle, you're not always looking up to be able to see that quick moment where he throws his hand up in the air. He might not even saw it.
What is the confusion going on here at the sideline? They're talking to the Mohawk coaching staff.
And what a difference 24 minutes can make.
I think what they're telling him is he had the option of taking the penalty yards and a re-kick. But he decided to take those yards and put the ball to 35.
Oh, why wouldn't you?
Because you never know what could happen on the free kick. I mean, sheesh,
Yeah.
I'd take those yards for sure. Ball at the 35. Warriors need to go 65 yards to win the ball game. Shotgun formation, 4 receiver set for Ben Bogner. 1 man in the backfield. That's Evan England.
Look at that defense.
Bogner slings it. Right side complete. Barth on the reception, and he's got it near the first down marker. But that clock is going to continue to roll. 1:12 left to play here in the ball game.
Oh, they didn't convert?
And the Warriors facing a second down and 1. Quickly, right back up to the line, down to 1 minute and 2 seconds left. Bogner takes the snap, looking, steps up, delivers it down the right sideline. He's got Chester at the 30, brought down at the 28-yard line.
They got to get down there and get on the ball.
there.
Now the clock's going to stop long enough to get the chains down there.
That's why I said you got to be running up.
But as soon as that stick is set, they're going to roll that clock, and now it's down. 49 seconds. Bogner looking to pass. They set up the screen for Chester. And the defense is right there to make the stop at the 30-yard line.
That was not a good
They got to get up.
They got to spike this one. They got to get some. They got to get some organization here, some structure.
Get on the ball.
Got to catch their breath here for a second, get things together.
That's exactly right. Yeah, spike that ball. Come out and play third down. You got 27 seconds left.
You were hoping to get something there with that last screen play, and it just absolutely was not there what you were looking for, and that cost them a lot of seconds off the clock. They're getting
That cost them about 14 seconds.
Yeah, and with 27 seconds here on this 3rd and 12, you're going to expect them to fan the sidelines. If I'm Coach Eric Daniels, I'm sending the guy in motion and having him come up and cross over the middle and try to find him in an open, soft spot in that zone here, Greg. And you're going to see it right here. You're going to want to aim right where that middle judge is standing and send your guy. You're going to see Chester cut here.
Bogner slings it down the field.
Oh, he stumbled.
And it's picked off.
I don't know if he
intercepted in the end zone. Touchback. Gavin Fry comes up with the pick.
Wow. I wasn't sure that he caught that ball. I wasn't
Hang on. Hang on. There's some laundry on the field right around the 5-yard line.
My goodness, that's
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. But was he slowed based on him tripping, or was he slowed based on the defender holding him up?
That's not a.
oh my goodness.
If
What's
it
this
is-
call going to be here?
If it is pass interference, it's not a spot penalty.
It would still give them enough for the first down, though. They just need
Holding on
Defensive
defense.
holding.
Oh, no. So with a holding penalty,
Yes,
they
from
still need 3 more yards to pick up this first.
So they're going to repeat third down, though, right?
Yes.
So it's going to be a 3rd
and 3.
But still the clock. The clock. You got to watch that clock with 19 seconds left.
Well, let's see. 19 seconds left in the ball game. Bogner in the shotgun with a man in the backfield. That's Braxton Frisch on his right hip. Couple of Eagles standing in the backfield. Fake the handoff. Bogner. The pressure slings it out, and there's nobody there. He just had to get rid of that one. And 4th down coming up here. He did have a receiver in the area, so there's no intentional grounding. This is it. This is the ball game. 12 seconds left. 4th down and 2.
So you're at the left hash, correct?
So even if they pick up the first, they can't run another play.
I mean,
unless you get out of bounds.
You're going to have to do like a quick out route
I'm
for
doing
2
it.
yards, 3 yards, something like that.
I'm running an
Reset
option
yourself.
to the outside to get out of bounds.
But can you make the perimeter?
I would out route this ball.
You're right in the middle of the field. If you were at the hash, it'd be a different story.
Bogner
rolls out.
Rolls to his right. Gets rid of it. And it's incomplete. That's the ball game. The Rams come back from trailing by 16 in the second half to score 19 unanswered points, and they're going to win in front of the home crowd on Hall of Fame night.
What a ball game. What resolve by the Upper Sandusky Rams, who, like you said, Nate, is chasing a 2-possession lead for the majority of this ball game, then scoring 19 unanswered here in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, guys, when they didn't score before halftime, they got the ball at halftime, didn't put up points then, and then you let the Warriors score, then the defensive touchdown. The momentum was shifting heavily right then.
Well, you can't leave a guy like Caden Holman too many opportunities, and that's exactly what the Mohawk Warriors did here tonight, and it cost them in the long run as the Rams able to come back and win this ball game 39-34.
All right, folks, the Warriors fall to 1-5 on the season. The Rams move to 3-3 under head coach Russell Hall. Your final score, Upper Sandusky 39, Mohawk 34. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after this with our post-game show presented by presented by Your Legacy Federal Credit Union, where we will have our player of the game presented by Little HUGO'S. That's all coming to you next right here on Heart of Ohio Sports, the pulse of the Buckeye State. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent, Jeff Leopold, for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Your Legacy Federal Credit Union. Your premier financial institution in Seneca County since 1952. Your community, your legacy. Federally insured NCUA.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. Keep it locked in. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
At Heart of Ohio Sports, it's obvious. The first thing that comes to mind is sports. But we do a lot more than just cover live sporting events.
Go, go, go!
When we want to watch our highlights from last night's game, there's only one place we go. Heart of Ohio Sports.
Little HUGO'S is Tiffin's longest-running ice cream store, in operation since 1949. A local family-owned business, you know them because of those famous shredded chicken sandwiches and their delicious fresh lemon slushes. Stop by today, take advantage of their convenient drive-thru, where you're sure to find something for the whole family to enjoy at Little HUGO'S on West Market Street in Tiffin. It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. Welcome back to Upper Sandusky as we have a final. It's 39-34. Upper Sandusky coming back from down 28-12 at one point, and it was 34-20 when they mounted their comeback and put up 19 unanswered points on this Warriors defense and come away with a victory here tonight. 39-34 is the final score. And leading the way was the senior quarterback for Upper Sandusky, Caden Holman. And he was just an outstanding performance here tonight. But we're still waiting to see if we can get him for an interview post-game for our player of the game interview here. But either way, great performance here tonight by the Upper Sandusky Rams. And Tommy, what did I say was that Lee's floor covering keys to the game? That defense had to come up with a couple of stops. Now, they gave up 34 points tonight, but they came up with a couple of huge stops at the end of that game that really was the tail of the tape.
Oh, absolutely. As Mohawk, in my opinion, season hinging on the line, coming in looking to play spoiler on the road, and taking on these Upper Sandusky Rams on Hall of Fame night, military appreciation night, every gimmick you can throw at it. The odds were stacked against the Mohawk Warriors, but also, if this rivalry has had any indication of its history, the Warriors getting beat here tonight by the Upper Sandusky Rams is the first time since the Rams have joined the N10 in 2015 that they finally got that chip off their shoulder and have upended the Mohawk Warriors here at home 39-34 to move on to 3-3 now on the season.
Well, at least somebody was able to track him down. Eric's like, hey, don't give me no shit.
I mean, he's a popular man tonight.
Eric was the first one on it, trust me. And I'm sure this young man is excited about the opportunity to be on television, be able to watch him in the post-game interview here. But either way, Tommy, what a performance here today by this Upper Sandusky Rams team. And, you know, what we talked about in the pregame, what we talked about in these Lee's floor covering keys to the game, you know, one of the most important aspects was defense, obviously. They had to come up with those two stops. But really, the tail of the tape here tonight, it all came down to the quarterback play. Between those two quarterbacks, they were the ones that kind of led the way. And at the end, it came down to which one was going to be the one that was going to take that next step and take his team to the next level. And it was Caden Holman.
Yeah, we said you can't allow this one to turn into a shootout because the reigning offensive player of the year make you pay for it, and that's exactly what Holman was able to do. As, again, that first 24 minutes of action, the Mohawk Warriors looked unstoppable. They were 3 for 3 on scoring drives, and then afterwards, going into that half, the Upper Sandusky Rams had plenty of opportunities to take their first lead. They had the ball towards the end of the first half. They were getting the ball back at halftime. Mohawk's defense stayed strong, but there in that second half, just seemingly the wheels came off of the Mohawk Warriors offense. The Upper Sandusky Rams defense did a heck of a job and getting 19 unanswered points by shutting down this potent Mohawk Warrior high-powered offense.
And that's, that's really what it comes down to, is they had to come up with those stops when they needed them, and that's exactly what they did. Now, there's a couple other players here that really had some key performances. Obviously, Ethan Hill is a young man that comes to mind, but Gavin Fry, Tommy, his fingerprints were all over this game on offense, on defense, special teams. He really made an impact here tonight. Obviously, Caden Holman's the guy who's going to take home the Player of the Game award because he's the one that had the ball in his hands the most tonight, and he's the one that made the most plays when it counted. But when it comes down to it, this whole ball game, everybody had to step up. Everybody on this team had to make plays when they were called upon, and there was a couple other guys other than Caden Holman who really stepped up. Gavin Fry was one of them to me.
Oh, absolutely. I think he was at least had 2 of those touchdown receptions. So tonight, the Upper Sandusky Rams were able to rally together after seemingly facing insurmountable odds there late in the game, and with 8 minutes left, they were able to rally and come back and win this one huge, to where, again, they just shut down Mohawk right at the end. 39-34 is going to be your final here from Ram Stadium.
And, I didn't really get a chance to ask the coaching staff a whole lot about what happened pregame, but, I didn't see Kane Heyman out there a whole lot today, Tommy. And I don't know if that was maybe some kind of an injury or something. I hope he's okay. I hope that it's nothing serious, but that's a bright spot for this Mohawk Warriors team, and he was sorely missed tonight because we didn't really see a whole lot from him. I didn't really see him on the field, Tommy, and that's a guy that they normally look to him to make plays when it counts. But, you want to talk about making plays? If it went the other way, it'd be hard not to give it to Braden Chester.
Well, I say it takes a village, and tonight, again, you just didn't have as many names that you're used to calling out for this Mohawk Warriors squad getting those quality minutes. And tonight, again, Mohawk just came up on the short end of the stick as Upper Sandusky. This Caden Holman, I don't see any reason why he can't be a repeat for this Offensive Player of the Year, as he really showed up, showed out, and showed you what next level football is all about here on Heart of Ohio Sports.
When you talk about this young man coming into this game, at over 1,300 yards through the air so far on the season, closing in on that, he's kind of averaging about 250 yards a game, and that puts you on pace for close to about 3,000 on the season there, Tommy. What's your thoughts on this young man? Your first time getting a chance to really see him up close and personal here in his senior campaign. What's your thoughts?
Not very often do you get the complete package out of your signal caller. You got guys who can step up and perform on the big stage. You got other guys you got other quarterbacks that are leaders and guys can rally behind, and then you got also playmakers and guys that take charge of the game. Caden Holman checks all those boxes for me, as again a field general through and through, took command of the troops and was able to come out with a huge win here tonight in front of the home crowd.
All right, we're going to step aside. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll come back with our player of the game presented by Little HUGO'S. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Heart of Ohio Sports. Why go to Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin? Because at Lee's Floor Covering, they know that selecting the right flooring for your home can be overwhelming. They make choosing the right items for your home simple. At Lee's Floor Covering, they have one of the largest selections of floor covering in Northwest Ohio, including Abbey Carpet and Floor. Stop in and see for yourself what everyone raves about at Lee's Floor Covering in Tiffin.
Small business owners need somebody that can open the door to financing. And at First National Bank of Sycamore, we love opening the door for financing opportunities.
You're locked into the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Heart of Ohio Sports. You're watching high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports.
For high school students, this can be a fun time of year. Prom, graduation, summer vacations, etc. Sometimes students will attend parties that permit underage drinking.
There are serious legal consequences and liability issues for parents who serve alcohol to underage students. This could include fines, lawsuits, and even jail time.
Parents can be held responsible for underage drinking, even if they're not home when it happens. The best gift you can give your child is to be their parent, not their friend.
Don't be a party to teenage drinking. Parents who host lose the most.
Buckeye IT Services is a trusted partner for cybersecurity, fully managed and co-managed IT support. Municipalities, financial organizations, and mature businesses turn to them to eliminate IT stress and enable growth. Visit BuckeyeIT.com today to start your partnership. Make sure to check out this week's edition of the Heart of Ohio Sports Observer by Josh Morgret on heartofohiosports.com. UIS Insurance and Investments, your hometown agency providing a full range of insurance and financial services with a local touch. Contact your local homegrown agent Jeff Leopold for a professional review today at 419-447-4242, extension 1144.
We connect fans to the action like no one else can. As a business in today's market, you got to stay ahead of the game. And what better way than to get on board with the fastest growing brand in media today? I mean, you can take it from me, or you can just listen to them.
When recruiters want to see our game film, we tell them they can watch it on Heart of Ohio Sports.
It's time for high school football on Heart of Ohio Sports. All right, and we're back here at Upper Sandusky Stadium, and we'd love to have our little HUGO'S player of the game on for an interview, but it seems like he's spending some extended time with the radio station, so we'll just give him his gift card. Hopefully he's able to make it over to little HUGO'S for the player of the game gift card. That's a $10 gift card, man.
Well worth the trip.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there's a lot you can get with $10 at little HUGO'S.
And it's hard to get lost. I mean, it's right off 53. So.
Well, those one-way streets are a little tricky, though.
Oh, no, not the one-way streets.
But our player of the game for this week is Caden Holman, quarterback for the Upper Sandusky Rams. Congratulations, Caden. That's going to do it for us tonight. Once again, your final score, 39-34, Upper Sandusky winning over Mohawk. For Tommy Hall, Greg Kinn, Eric Hall, Austin Rodriguez, and Zach Blythe, our camera guy. I'm Nate Mullins, signing off from Upper Sandusky Stadium. Have a great night, everybody. You've been watching Heart of Ohio Sports.
Uncle Blythe.